Okay, so last time you guys were contacted by Maggie via the well. Maggie contacted you guys, representing the Temple of the Sunsoul and Moonbless, because Belzor was experiencing some complications with his reincarnated self, suicide headaches and whatnot. So he had specifically asked for your help. You guys said cool. You guys went over after you guys did a couple things after you guys rested up, make sure you had all your spells, gave the Talismen of Evil to Angelo, who was going to bring it to Alexandria, give Chambers some stuff to put in the vault. And yeah, in the morning, you guys went teleported to Fort Granite, head over to the Sunsoul and Moonbless Temple. It was then you were told that there was Belzor was allowed to choose one individual to go with him to the Valley of the Eclipse, to the White Temple where he needed to ascend. And that person he had chosen was Lin, and the group that was not associated with the temple that he was allowed to bring were you guys. So they were preparing Sayonars to bring you guys over. Ronnie decided to do a divine intervention. It worked. You guys were teleported to the Valley of the Eclipse, where one of the larger monasteries... That's actually a temple in Thailand. I'll talk about it afterwards. I'll tell you what it represents and stuff. It's in Chiang Mai. It's actually a very nice place. I've never been to that temple, though. So you guys went to the Valley of the Eclipse. There's a monastery of the Sunsoul and Moonbless there. Behind said monastery is the White Temple, where only the ascending and the chosen of the ascendant was to enter. You guys got there and went through a series of puzzles. Well, Belzor and Lin chose weapons, then went through a series of puzzles, which you guys got through spectacularly. In the last room, there was a big-ass phoenix who slept while you guys fought statues, who, very similar to that picture in front of us, had their statue hands sticking out from the sand. And then combat started, and then they pulled themselves up from said sand and started wailing on you folks. The combat ended when Lin, knowing of the pair what she had to do, slit her throat, therefore sacrificing herself for Belzor so Belzor could be ascended. But it was all a test because the bond between the two grandmasters had to be strong enough to withstand the soul linkage that was to be done. Essentially, Lin and Belzor, first reincarnated swerves, were a set of Githyanki twins from the Astro Sea, who came to this material plane to teach their martial art to them mortals. During their lifetime, something had happened, and the sister of the pair, Raine, had to sacrifice herself to save her brother. Because they had performed exemplary deeds throughout their life, Sahine and Pelor decided, yo, we still want you guys around to help out with shit in the future. So, I know, my explanation's flawless. So, they became what is known as the Soul-Linked Grandmasters of the Moonbless and the Sunsoul. Essentially, if one dies, the other will die, but they are linked in a way where they would be able to perform special maneuvers and fighting moves that only the two of them can pull off. Catch up, don't you dare jump out then. Okay, you're gonna jump on the PC, that's fine. Hi, catch up. So, yeah, that's it. And you guys had asked about the relic location for Pelor's relic because it has mystical, magical, miracle healing properties. Belzor told you that because of they're linked to Sahine and Pelor. With a simple meditation, they are intrinsically linked with the relics, and they could tell you after a short ritual where they are, who has them. So that's about it. Are there any questions?
Belzor and Lin were what kind of twins? Gith Yankee or Githzerai?
Githzerai. Githyanki are the
Githzerai,
bad
okay.
ones.
Okay.
You had originally said Githyanki.
I think.
Yeah, in the recap, I think you said Githyanki.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, not like when we were doing the actual thing, but just in the
Yeah.
recap.
Oh, sorry. I got that.
Because in my
Yeah,
notes I have Githzerai.
Yeah, they're
and I was like,
Githzerai.
wait, did I?
Nope, you were right. Githzerai. Githzerai.
They're Gith Z, not Gith E.
Well, not Gith Y.
Gith Y.
Yeah.
I know, but like Githy.
Githy, yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are still in the Valley of the Eclipse in the monastery area, which, as opposed to the rest of the area, is very lush and nutrient enriched. So there's actually trees and grass and all kinds of stuff because it's blessed by the gods here.
I thought we were heading straight back to Robur.
You guys are in Robur. You still are
don't
in
we
Robur.
want them?
Sorry.
We want them
Granite.
to tell us where the stuff is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought we were going to go back to Fort Granite.
I think so too, yeah.
Okay. I mean, if that's what you want to do. I mean, Belzor and Lin are going to go back there anyways. You've, since you're out and about and there's no hurry to get Belzor into the temple anymore, you do notice that most of the individuals in the Valley of the Eclipse are probably older than the youngest person you see here besides yourselves is probably 65. Yeah. So this is kind of like I guess an old folks monastery. Yep. Still very
it's
mobile.
Where the senior citizens go. Where's my pudding?
Right, Ketchup? Yeah, these guys haven't exactly reached the level in Monk where you stop aging.
I mean, isn't that like level 20 or something, though?
I think it's like 18 at least, or something like that.
It's not 20 like it is for druids. It's lower than that, I think, for ageless body.
Were we trying to find the sweet healing bits because it might be able to make it so Theo's dad isn't a gibbering mess? Or just for funsies?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Were we trying to find the Healy thing so we could make it so Theo's dad isn't crazy?
Yes.
Okay.
And that he has his face back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, if you're gonna choose between sanity and faces, I mean...
By the way, you guys had asked Lin what was Sahinine's relic, and she told you it was a hand mirror.
Right.
With teleportation capabilities.
Yep.
Ooh, fun stuff.
Okay, so we're back at the monastery now?
You're outside. You've come out of the White Temple, so you're at the Valley of the Eclipse Monastery.
Could we say that as we're traveling back, Raine managed to approach Belzor when he was kind of off alone, or not alone, but kind of.
You want to just bring him to the side? Yeah.
I just want to do something real quick.
Okay.
So Raine will come up, just say, "Hey, Belzor."
Oh, hey, Raine.
Okay, now back at the temple there, it's kind of it was a jackass, but I had my reasons.
He puts up a hand. Raine, don't worry about it. You feel what you feel. It's cool.
Yeah, maybe you could work on something so no one else has to see it like that, But all these lifetimes you got, work out a better system, maybe. little more knowledge for outsiders.
System outside. I'm not the one who like put all the, and he kind of like motions back as you guys were traveling. So the Valley of the Eclipse is in the distance. He's like, yeah, that's not my call. That's, and he points up towards the sun. That's kind of his call. I mean, I can ask. I think I've. How many times have I? And he's like thinking. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, you can tell him I think it's kind of an asshole way to do it.
Oh, believe me.
Me.
Oh, believe me. Lin, well, Rizea, Lin, whoever. She's been up his ass, like, for generations.
Yeah, well, no, I just wanted to say that. And, don't tell anyone I apologize, because, I don't want to give people ideas.
He makes the zipping motion with his mouth and gives you a thumbs up.
See you.
Okay.
And then I just wander off.
Are zippers a thing in this fantasy setting?
Yes, zippers are a thing.
Canon.
There are zippers in this world.
I was thinking the same thing, Lin, but I was actually going to say something else. Instead of traveling through the desert, I'm just going to do teleportation circle to get us back to Fort Granite.
Okay.
Fancy.
At 6th level.
Woot. Cool.
'Cause why not?
Alright. Guys arrive. Back in
It's not
Fort
my intervention, but whatever.
Yeah.
Granite.
Look. I'm
He's out of
not
that
high
room,
enough leveled
so-
cleric yet. And Erathis isn't a bro like Tyr.
Hi, ketchup.
She's not going to listen to her level 1 punk ass cleric wizard.
Who the hell are you again?
Exactly, like,
Oh, yes,
who
yes.
are you? Oh, I've given you powers? What?
Oh, that just fell off a table.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh,
with
sorry, that
Arathis-
wasn't meant for you. Here, let me take that back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
With Arathis being the god of knowledge, she might just be like,
Well, Ayun's
you
the god
already-
of knowledge.
Oh.
Arathis is the god of order and law and
Oh.
think of
Civilization.
Tyr, yeah, civilization.
It's just,
It's like Tyr, but like next level, like major god.
Okay.
Don't
I was
don't
thinking
tell
you
Ronnie
were-
that.
I was thinking that you were with a knowledge person, and they were just gonna be like, dude, you already know that spell. Get with it. But
Nah, that's Ayun.
Well, but I do use the knowledge.
Yes.
domain, yeah.
Yeah.
Arathis is pretty versatile. It has to be. I mean, many civilizations have passed, and they've all been like centric on different things. Okay.
Once we get back,
Okay.
I imagine we basically port back in. Zaitari's going to stretch and kind of roll her shoulders and say, "All right, anybody interested in going gambling?"
No, we have to get back to the temple.
Well, they, and I will gesture to Lin and Belzor, have to get back to the temple. They understand that there is a ritual involved in trying to find these relics, which is fine, but if I'm not needed, I'm going to go fuck off.
Well, I feel like maybe we shouldn't leave you to your own right now.
Why? I'm fine.
So, yeah, obviously.
Well, if you're going where I think you're going, I need to get some more money out of those people again.
Oh, yes, because you just gave it away last time.
You're a generous soul.
By the way, what is the name of the casino
Hold
where
on.
we saved the guy? Sorry.
Nope. Just gotta look it up. Give me a second.
And also
By the way-
the guy's name.
By the way, Tilda's just kind of looking around at, with the whole, I'm fine, and yeah, and stuff like, Tilda's looking around like, what the hell? happened?
I believe
Yeah,
it was the Black Wheel was the establishment.
That's it.
Yeah, it's the Black Wheel, and the person you saved, I think it was Hiromu. Pretty sure it was Hiromu that you saved. Yeah, I think it's Hiromu. Unless he's called
Yep.
something else.
Correct.
Alright.
Hiromu Takahashi?
Yep.
If I'm pronouncing that
So you want to go to the Black Wheel. Alright, that's cool. Belzor and Lin are like, okay, I mean, after we do the ritual, do you want us to come find you? Well, and Lin at that point is, so we're not going to after the ritual? And Belzor's like, I guess we can,
Are they talking about sex?
No!
They're twins.
They're siblings.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Lin
Also,
ex-
they're children.
Creepy.
yeah, they're like
Belzor,
13.
is there
Step siblings?
something you need to
Oh,
tell us?
it's nothing important if you guys don't want to stick around. Usually after we get reincarnated and ascend and all that jazz, me and Lin fight each other to see who wins.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm interested in watching that.
Lin's like, well, I am, let's see, it's, if I remember correctly, it's 17-15 right now, my favor. And Belzor's like, yeah, not for long. But yeah, we could do the ritual, and then we usually get our fight on, and then, yeah, that's usually about it. It's a process. It's
What's
probably
the undercard fight?
the undercard fight.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have an undercard fight. We could probably get some of the students to go at it. My money, Lin would say. Lin.
Melanie starts flexing.
I was about to say, what if we
How
lost?
many people do you think it would take to take me down?
You. Lin looks
One.
at you. I
Did
mean,
you say one?
I
You
think
can
she's
say
talking
how.
about herself, Melanie.
I mean, Lin says I could. I mean, if I get healed up, I could probably take you.
This is a halfling girl, right?
This is a half elf.
Ronnie will step over and say, how much you hurting there?
Well, after I fight Belzor, one of us is going to be. Well, let me put it this way. Last time me and Belzor fought in our previous lives, let's see, I had a broken jaw. He dislocated my ankle.
Well, wasn't one of you a Goliath and the other a halfling?
Yeah. Usually, Belzor's reincarnations are the stronger ones. I'm usually the faster one. And the smarter one.
And the
Bel-
prettier one.
And
Belzor's like,
obviously the better one.
you know, you hear Belzor say, you know, I'm the heart and you're the mind for a reason. And Lin's like, yeah, it's because I'm the smarter one. Belzor just mumbles to himself, "You're gonna break your neck this time."
Oh.
Well, if you did that, you'd kill each other.
We don't
Then
go.
you have to go
We
through all
don't.
of
We
this
don't
again.
go. We don't do that much force. We do hold back a little bit. But yeah, we. I mean, you guys can go gamble. We can do the ritual. You can come back at some point. We still. I mean, and if you guys want to fight, I mean, if you and Lin. Lin is looking at you, Melanie. If you want to fight me, then we can go at it. Or you can fight Belzor.
Why not both of you?
Melanie shrugs.
I
Like,
mean,
yeah, I could probably manage that.
you want to fight both of us? I mean, you'd probably need 2 more people on your side.
I wouldn't mind being in existence. So long as I can just use my magic.
Yeah, of course.
How about we do it tomorrow?
Okay.
all of us will have rested, and some people's spell slots will be back.
Lin says, "I'm down for a fight, and I'll put money on it too." Belzor at this point is just like his like he's pinching the bridge of his nose, and he's just
Isn't that illegal to bet against yourself?
Har har.
Ha 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 ha. And Belzor's like, "Oh my god, this is not what I was." Whatever. Okay. I always go with it. Whatever. Belzor says. 33
Raine,
lifetimes.
I
Raine, you want to
presume
do it too?
33 lifetimes, Belzor's
That's
like
why I
knows.
I presume we've been walking
Oh,
this
yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, you
back
guys
to
are
the
just
temple,
walking
and we're
to the
not
thing.
just loitering on the teleportation circle.
Oh yeah. I imagine
Walking
that.
and talking.
Tilda's just kind of quiet and in the back, hanging back.
Yeah, let's rest up. We can do the ritual to find the items early in the morning, says Len, and then we could fight and see who's the better of us.
Oh, I meant that I think Tilda wants to know the location of the one relic rather soon, and you two could do your fight. But then the fight against the three of us, and I point to myself, Melanie, and Raine. I'm looping her into this now. Against the two of you. For tomorrow.
Well, the problem is we need to organize the temple to get together. The ritual is a lot of chanting, some astral projection, and then we find the item. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. We'll do it in the morning.
Gotcha. So you two will fight today, and then we'll have the battle royale tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good. Belzor is just like, I wasn't expecting this, but I'm not gonna turn down the fight, especially with. And he looks at Melanie.
I'm very strong right now.
I know you are.
Oh, and vaguely Australian? I don't know what that was.
Belzer's like, yeah, I know. I know you're strong. But strength isn't everything.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
But it isn't everything. You're correct.
I bet I could take you without that fancy belt of yours.
Well, probably.
Mm.
You just sneak up behind me and stab me in the neck.
No, I mean, hand to hand. Or grapple, wrestling.
With
Well,
those arms?
Why don't we find out tonight?
Alright, if you two are flirting, then I'm gonna go to the Black Wheel. Raine, if you're interested, you're more than welcome to join me.
I say, go night on the town, Melanie? Bunny?
Sure.
Some going back.
I'll come with.
Maybe we can get earn some more money towards the teleportation circle fund.
And just remembering back to when she cleaned this guy out last time, and does not deliberately tries not to recall what happened afterwards.
Oh, we should do that camel. We should go to find that camel race again. That's how I got a lot of my money the first time.
Oh yeah, the first time was with the Midnight Derby, and that's held once a year itself. But there are other camel races that you could probably let me see. Black Wheel. Yeah, the Green Oasis is where the camel races are that take place.
You had all these things prepared, right, DM?
Of course, all the time. 24/7 every day.
Yeah, you never know where we're gonna go now.
It's true.
But yeah,
Actually, when are we doing the auction?
it's
That's
a
a
month.
month.
It's a month's time.
Okay, a month's time.
So
okay.
you guys got some time, and gives time for Gusara and
the DM.
any help and the DM to set it up. But yeah,
Okay.
all right. So it sounds like Zaitari is going to. Let me just write this down. Zaitari wants to go to the Black Wheel. Is Raine going with her?
Yeah.
All right, Raine's gonna go. Melanie, where are you up to?
I'll go with.
Okay, Tilda, what are you doing?
I don't know, honestly.
Gonna go help us clean out the casino. Zelda?
You can read
All
thoughts,
welcome.
so
No. No, thank you. Today was a lot. I think I'm going to go rest.
Randall nod. All got to deal with it in our different ways.
Belzor says, if that's what you want to do, Miss Tilda, that's great. That's good. If you want something a little more low key, I know Maggie's wrapping things up at the orphanage right now.
Wrapping what things?
Well, she is. The temple's helping her with it, but she's going to pass the day-to-day business of the orphanage to someone else because she has to go leave for Leona.
DM, does Tilda know why Maggie is leaving for Leona?
You don't know.
I know I don't know, but does Tilda know? I'm kidding. Yes, perhaps I'll stop in at Maggie's.
I have to go over and thank her anyway, so I'll walk with you. Lin, I'll meet you back at the temple. You can tell him the good news, and Lin's like,
There's really no need. You can both go to the temple and...
no, it's okay. Lin's like, it's alright. I'll see you back there, Belzor. And she, kind of like pats him in the shoulder and starts walking towards the temple. And Belzor says, come on, let's go.
All right.
Have fun gambling, Belzor says to you guys.
Quick, give me a number.
26. That's one of my favorite past lives.
Wonderful.
Just number 26.
Can I ask what you looked like at number 26?
Oh yeah, I was a green lizard folk.
Interesting.
It's really weird having a tail, but you could do so much with it in combat.
Everyone ponders for a minute.
I once broke somebody's ankles. Got to get that sweep. Also, I need to apply enough centripetal force. Sometimes that move doesn't work all the time. Anyways, see ya!
Would you say that it works 100%, 60% of the time, 100% of the time?
He said see ya.
Let's go, Melanie.
He just kind of just looks at you and is just like, I'm not answering that. And Belzor starts walking with you, Tilda. So, what's wrong?
Nothing, darling.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong.
Miss Tilda. I've been alive for more than 33 lifetimes. Some of those I've died
Yes,
in.
apparently.
And you're... Is it this whole situation? Is it me? Is it other things? You can tell me. I mean, you've helped me. I'd like to help you. I mean, you helped me a lot. The least I can do is repay the favor. But, you know,
Darling, it's really nothing. There's no reason to be fretting.
if you don't want to talk about it, just say so.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Fair enough. So, for what it's worth, thank you.
For what, darling?
For everything you've done for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your group took a kid who was stealing fish, and now I'm a Grand Master of a temple, and I didn't know I was.
And the 33rd incarnation of a long dead being.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew?
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I thought maybe I wouldn't
Kinda, yes.
It is kind of weird. I thought maybe I wouldn't be myself anymore. But I'm me. But I'm also him, and her, and him, and her, and her, her, and her. And that one time I was not a him or her. Maybe twice. I'm gonna have to make a list of all these lives at some point. After the 23rd, you have trouble remembering all of them. Unless you think about it for a while.
I'll take your word for it.
Reincarnation's funny business.
Hilarious.
But I'm just sorry that you had to experience the bad parts. I mean, I was unconscious for a lot of it. I wasn't in Lin's shoes. She got the other bad parts of it. The mental breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, here we are.
Here we are indeed. Well, it was lovely walking with you, Belzor. I will, Oh no, you were coming in, weren't you?
No, I was gonna drop you off. I know when... I'm a little more aware when things are uncomfortable. I'll get the location and talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
He'll quietly walk away.
Yep. And Tilda will just, go inside.
Okay. The orphanage is as you left it last time. There's been more additions, a nicer swing set, a nice jungle gym, a couple desert hardy flora that dot the landscape. A few additional employees that you don't remember seeing last time, but were probably added on after you guys had left. When you are walking up the path to the door, one of the attendants attending to observing the children outside comes up to you. Excuse me, and it's a dwarven woman. Excuse me. Can I help you, miss?
Yes, I am, I'm looking for Maggie.
Oh, yes. Maggie's in her office. If you go down the hall to the right, take another right, there's a big vine wreath with some red berries. You can't miss it.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I followed the directions.
All right, and you get to said door with wreath in front of it.
Knock on the door.
All right. Just a minute. You hear some things being moved, and then you there's some footsteps quickly approaching the door, and when it opens, there's Maggie. She's a little she looks a little tired, and her hair is a little bit unkept. She's just wearing a very simple, like, cotton blue dress with long sleeves and like the collar buttoned up to the all the way up. And she says, "Well, oh, Lady Matilda, I wasn't expecting you so soon. Can I help you? Would you like some tea?" She like looks around and starts. So rude of me. Please, come in, and please have a seat. And there is a nice-ish desk with a few sets of chairs in front of it, and she has her office chair, the back towards two sets of windows, and she begins grabbing some things to make tea with. Can I help you? Is everything okay?
Yes. Belzor's fine. Lin is fine. They have quite a story to tell you, I suppose, or
Okay.
anyone.
Wonderful. I'm glad that all worked out.
Indeed. Who is breathing or purring near a microphone?
Maybe I was burping. I'm not anymore.
Okay, fair enough. Belzor mentioned that you're returning to Leona.
Oh yeah. I am. There's some affairs I need to take care of at the Etienne estate, and
What sort of affairs?
well, the betrayal of part of my family and figuring out who will be the new head and that kind of thing. It's going to take much longer than a quick visit. So for the unforeseeable future, I am going to hand off, the daily management of the facility to a few of the employees that were brought on, and hopefully it'll go quickly, but I have a feeling it won't.
Well, politics and whatnot.
Indeed.
If the Duchess of Loyola's opinion means anything, I would vote for you to be in charge, but we all know how well thought of the Loyolas are in Galantra territory.
Indeed. I was thinking about that, but I feel like I wouldn't make I wouldn't make a good noble. And I know you'll probably disagree with me, but adventuring and, well, with I'm pretty blunt when it comes to situations that need to be tiptoed around. I don't think I'm fine choosing who would be the new lead, but as leading, there's a certain finesse that has to be brought to the table. And she motions to Judgment, and, well, seeing the weapon I used to wield, I didn't really have finesse. My approach was much more blunt. Literally.
Some would argue that a little blunt honesty is something sorely needed amongst the nobility.
Yes, but a little too much bluntness, and, well, you're back where you started, and you make a whole slew of enemies. And
I suppose
yeah, and I know you wouldn't. I mean, I know you wouldn't see it that way, but it's just I I enjoy running an orphanage. I enjoy children.
yes, because there are no orphans in Leona.
Well, they're being taken care of by the other orphanage they have there.
That is true.
As long as people send children there, which, as far as I know, they still are accepting, and I don't think have turned away. I don't know. I've given it some thought about leading, and I just feel like bashing my relatives' heads in sometimes with the way they've led.
Well, whatever makes you happy.
Yes. So while I'm in Leona, is there something the the Duchess Loylar would like me to do?
I mean, if you'd care to visit, either. What's our keep's name again?
Rosewater.
Rosewater Keep.
Okay. Either Rosewater Keep or the Loyola Estate. Either. I can be found at either. Theo can be found at either.
All right. Well, I will.
Unfortunately, usually I'm at the former and he is at the latter.
Well, I will be definitely visiting the two keeps. I do have to. Well, with the Duke, I do have to make arrangements. And maybe at Rosewater, if that's where you spend most of your time, maybe we can forgo the politics and talk as friends.
I thought that's what we were doing now.
Well, that's true. That is what we're doing now, but later down the line as well. Unless you're opposed to multiple visits.
No, I'm not.
Is there anything you need?
No.
Okay. So back at the Black Wheel. Well, at the Black Wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You guys. So what is your main objective? Just to drink and clean out the house?
Get drunk and hopefully make some money.
Okay.
That's Zaitari's goals in order.
Okay.
Zaitari out of trouble.
And flirt with all of the guys there.
Okay.
Most trouble.
Okay. Sounds good.
I do specifically want to see if Takahashi is actually there as well.
Roll a perception check.
Oh yes, my best thing. I can't talk to anybody about it.
Well, I mean, you can ask some of the dealers. I just wanted to see if you could see him in the immediate vicinity.
That's going to be a no.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in here for this time of day, so it's very hard to like see him if he is here. But yeah, you can definitely talk to one of the dealers, the bartender, the bouncers, any of the current.
I'll try the bouncers because that just seems easiest, and they tend to know who all is in and who isn't. So
Okay. So one of the bouncers at the door is a Goliath, dressed in, a decent set of clothes, for his station. He says, can I help you, miss?
yes. My name is Zaitari. I'm looking for Hiromu Takahashi.
Oh, yeah. He should be. He's probably in the back behind the bar, like in the back room behind the bar. Yeah, I think that's where I saw him last when he was coming in.
Would I be able to go see him easily, or should I ask for him to come see me?
Just tell the bartender you're looking for him, and I'm sure he'll pass on the message.
Will do. Thank you so much.
No problem, miss. Hello, Kay. So, Kay, you have two choices currently, where Ronnie wants to go. Or several choices,
If he wants to do his own thing.
if he wants to do his own thing. You guys are currently in Fort Granite. Zaitari, Melanie, and Raine went to the Black Wheel to do some gambling. Tilda is at the orphanage talking to Maggie Etienne. And Belzor and Lin are back at the Sunsoul and Moonbless temple. But there are other places you can go as well, if there's anything specific Ronnie wants to do in this desert city.
Honestly, he's probably gonna want to go to some kind of communal gathering place and go ahead and just start popping off some create waters and just kind of
Just
Given this-
wreck the economy
I
of this
actually-
whole area.
Don't know if that's a good idea.
Ronnie doesn't know.
Ronnie doesn't know.
That's true.
Ronnie's like, desert, they need water. I can make water.
And would Ronnie have told us that was his
Uh,
plan, or just gone?
He would ask where he would go to do that.
Ronnie, I don't. Zaitari's gonna think for a second. From when we spent our time here, I think it was like a month or two.
Yep.
Would doing this fuck up the local economy to an extent where it would be really bad?
Unless Ronnie is making hundreds upon hundreds of gallons of water, you think it'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do hundreds of gallons. I can just make some. Like door to door charitable donation. Would you like 10 gallons of water today?
Could the orphanage use some of his?
Yeah, I can offer it to the orphanage.
Yeah, the orphanage could probably use some water. Water
Yeah,
is a hot commodity here.
I will do that then. I'll go to the orphanage and use some spell slots to do create into short water and create a bunch
Hot
of water for him.
commodity. Funny.
Har 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 har.
Yeah, so while Tilda is talking to Maggie, I mean, Ronnie could probably make some water for the orphanage. Ronnie, while you're probably where they store the water barrels, some of the attendants have told you where you could probably make the water and store it. Could you roll me a perception check, please?
Yes, I'm loading into Roll20 right now.
Yep.
I am sorry I'm later than I expected.
No, don't worry about it. You were hosting a potluck. How did that go, by the way?
90 people
Oh,
showed up.
sheesh.
And I was cooking from 8:30 till the potluck, making ham and turkey for it.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Wow.
So I'm a little tired.
Was it the turnout you were expecting, or were you expecting less or more?
No, that was about what I was hoping for, honestly, because I had a lot of people signed up to come, which was wonderful. I typoed on the invitation, but a lot of people figured it out still. And I put the wrong date because I was thinking of our Thanksgiving mixer we did, which was on the 22nd instead of the 20th. I'm ready for sleep.
Well, I'm very glad it went well.
I'm still loading.
No, don't worry. Okay. While Ronnie is loading, we'll go back to the casino. All right. So Zaitari, you're going to the bartender to ask where Hiromu is. Raine
Yeah,
and
what does the bartender look like?
hold on. I just want to roll a charisma with these die and see how good looking he is or she. So the bartender is average looking. He's got this long, like a longish crooked nose. He's missing his left canine, and he has a very, very obviously receding hairline. Human. But as establishments such as this, he is swearing so much that it would even make a sailor blush. Apparently, he got pissed off at one of the attendants.
Ah.
But average looking wise, he's slightly below average.
I'll go up to him.
Okay.
Can you tell, Mr. Takahashi, that Zaitari's Esteban is on the premises and looking for him?
Yeah. One sec. Oi!
It's fine, I'll be over.
Oi, get Takahashi, will ya? And you see a halfling scatter to the back. He'll probably be out just a minute. You just sit right there. Would you like anything to drink?
Yes. 3 of whatever your strongest shit is.
All right.
Actually, sorry, make that 4. 2 for me, 1 for the other.
Gotcha. All right, give me a moment.
And I'll try to wave Raine and Melanie
over
if they aren't with me right now. But the back room's gonna be where the big games are, anyways, right?
Yeah. I mean, poker is always like the big game, or the equivalent of poker.
I would like to find the biggest person in here, please.
Besides the bouncer?
Yeah, like the largest patron.
Oh, look at the floof. Sorry.
I want to pet that tummy so bad.
That floof.
A new kitty.
Winchester.
Hello, Winchester.
Is he named it for a gun or just named Winchester?
Named after Charles Emerson Winchester III from MASH.
Okay.
I see.
Look at the floof. I love the floof.
How do he and Orpheus get along?
They like each other. He's 4 years old, and Declawed, his previous owner, declawed him. Which I hate, but we've had a declawed cat before, so it's like I know how to work with them.
Front
but yeah,
paws or all
yeah,
paws?
front paws only.
Okay.
Which is a little better.
I know. I had knew somebody like that too.
Yeah, but he gets along with all of them, and he likes to play with Orpheus. And if Orpheus plays too rough, then he turns around and just beats the shit out of him.
That's perfect.
And it's great.
Perfect.
It's what he should do. He's the second oldest cat now. He's 4, so he's in the middle, but he's the big boy.
Who's your other cat?
I have Castaspella. She's very small and nervous.
Oh,
She's the
named
oldest
after
one.
She-Ra.
Yes,
character.
the old 80s version,
Mm.
because I hadn't seen She-Ra, the new one, because I got her 6 years ago.
Right.
But I think I shared a picture before of Baby, and she was with Baby. But
Okay.
You remember that.
I am.
Also, Zaitari's going to take out her souvenir cup because she still has that on her.
Okay, nice. All right, so he brings out 4 of a drink. They're in, tall. Oh, sounds like ketchup. They're in tall, thin glasses, and they're rather small. But the bartender tells you this is called the end of the line. Immediately.
Before he even describes it, I take one and I shoot it.
Okay. Next to it,
I'm assuming it's a shot.
Yeah, it is a shot. He also gives you a coin. Flip that.
Okay. I'll flip it. I guess I'm going to roll a d2.
Yeah, you roll a d2. One, I guess one would be heads. Okay, heads. Your drink, he says, you don't have to worry about paying for your drink. So the thing about the end of the line, he explains, is if you flip heads, it's free. If you flip tails, you need to keep drinking. But it's pretty expensive alcohol. We're talking about, like, you could probably light this on fire easy. But he's like, let me know if you need a few more. Puts out the souvenir coins.
I do the second one.
Okay. Yeah, it's not free, and you have to take a drink.
I'll do so.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to find Raine to give her
hers.
these other 2 drinks.
Okay. All right. So Ronnie, while Zaitari is giving drinks, there are a lot of children here. Probably outside currently, because you suspect hearing the noise was coming from indoors. There are probably more, but there's like 30, give or take. Well, actually, there are a lot of kids out here. I was about to say you count, but I forgot. Enough for.
I mean, is it low double digits?
It's
more than he can count on his stubby little turtle hands.
More than he can count on his turtle hands. Definitely.
Then it is beyond his grasp.
Okay, there are a lot of kids out here. There are a few kids ranging from probably 4 years old up to 12. Probably enough for one hand. Like, watching you, like, do your water thing. And
just looking over the kids, do they seem like they're in decent health?
They're in good health.
Okay.
They're clean. The clothes they are wearing are dirty, but it's probably because they were just playing not too long ago. Looks like the clothes were probably clean enough, and then they rolled around in the dirt and sand for a bit, and that's how they got dirty. And the wear and tear of the clothing, it looks like the clothing has been patched up a few times, but not to the point where they're like disintegrating. Typical, typical kid stuff.
Okay.
Ah, boy. And the youngest one, the one that's around 5 years old, and looks like they're half-elf, gets the courage to walk up to you and tries to get your attention between, like, creating the water. Like, there's a very short lull before you start doing it again. Hi? Excuse me?
Hello?
Hi. I'm Amy.
Hi, Amy. My name is Ronnie.
How do you do that?
That's a good question, because I'll be honest with you, I don't even really know.
Why?
Well, you know the gods and stuff?
Yeah?
I believe in one of them, and I follow him, I guess, pretty good, because he lets me do magic because of him.
Why?
I feel like if Ronnie was a preacher, I might actually go to church just to be like, please explain some really dense concepts to me.
Why does he let me do magic?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I did something right.
So, you don't have to hit people really hard? That's what Cord says sometimes.
I can hit people, I just choose not to.
Ah. So
Tyr
Tyr doesn't want you to hit people?
He cares about balance. And if someone hits me, then I can hit them. If someone hurts my friends, then I can heal my friends.
Like, balance like a seesaw?
Yeah, kind of like scales.
Hmm.
You want two even things.
Why does he like balance?
Well, that's his thing. Kind of like how Cord's real good at fighting strategy and brave warrior spirits. That's Cord's thing. And Tyr likes balance and order and peace.
That sounds kind of boring.
Well, when you get my age, boring's pretty exciting, honestly.
How old are you?
I don't know. But I know my knees hurt when I bend.
How come?
Well, I can't count.
No, why do your knees hurt? Can't you just fix them?
That kind of magic only goes so far, you know?
And she's gonna just keep on asking you questions while you make water.
Yeah,
And
I
why?
am happy to answer them as best as Ronnie can.
Okay.
It's two intellectually equal people having a very thoughtful conversation. The IQs are the same. The knowledge base, identical.
Hey, Ronnie, guess what? Hey, Ronnie, guess what? Guess what, Ronnie? Why?
And he can be perfectly honest and say, I don't know, because he doesn't know a whole hell of a lot. He's dumb. And he's going to die dumb, and it's going to be happy.
God damn.
Probably
It
happier than
just
most of
reminds
us.
me of what Tim Rogers says in all of his videos. I was born stupid, but I will not die hungry.
Yeah. Just give him a headband of intellect and then take it away so we can have a real Flowers of Algernon moment.
Oh gosh.
No.
Oh.
I was, honest to God, hoping for that just so bad on Critical Role with Grog.
Yes.
But it never happened. And I'm always kind of thankful that it didn't, because it would have probably been really bad.
Have you seen that comic of this is a pill that makes your brain go faster? And I can be stupid faster? Because Ronnie's not going to magically know stuff. He's just going to know exactly what he doesn't know. Yeah, I'll talk to all the kids, and if they have like a boo-boo that needs fixed up, I'll, heal them. I'll show them some magic. Give them a quick lesson about tier and balance. And
oh yeah,
why it's
as soon as Amy approached you, like several other kids got the courage to approach you as well, and now they're like asking you questions like, who's Tyr? How do you make water? Why do your knees hurt? Why do you have a shell?
So
Where
I'm
are you
guessing
from?
turtles are not. They've probably never seen a turtle in this
You
area.
are probably the first turtle, given all the questions they've been asking you, that they've ever seen.
I'm a real ambassador for the race. I don't know anything, but look at this water.
Exactly. Why are you a turtle and why can you talk? Yeah, they'll do that with you for a bit.
Sure. I'm not going to try and indoctrinate them by any means, but if they have any questions about Tyr, I will answer them.
Okay. Fair enough. So they start talking to you. So Zaitari, Melanie, and Raine. So Raine, you're going for the big tables.
By the way, sorry, real quick. Was Ronnie behind us while Belzor was trying to get Tilda to talk about
Yeah. So before you
what was
came,
bothering her?
before you came, Ronnie, Belzor noticed that there was something wrong with Tilda and tried to get her to talk about it, but she didn't want to talk about it. So Belzor, being his now very wise self, decided to leave the issue alone.
And that was in a place where I could
Yeah.
observe it.
Yeah, you guys were you were probably trailing behind them.
All right.
All right, just for later if need be.
Yeah.
Currently, Tilda is talking with Maggie. Getting she serves you biscuits, Tilda. They're like they're kind of like almost flat triangular scones. They have that consistency. They're slightly buttery and crumbly. And they're made with a prickly pear jelly inside. It's slightly sweet, but not overly so. No, just sweet enough. And there's like little poppy seeds in there too. So yeah, you're snacking.
That's fine. You can go back to the casino. I just wanted to make sure that Ronnie knew about.
Yep. So Zaitari, and so Raine, poker tables probably, unless you want to do craps or roulette.
I think we're doing shots first, though.
Oh yeah, you do shots. So yeah, you roll, since you're looking for tables, roll like a perception check to see if you notice Zaitari like waving you over with shots.
Speaking of, how much do I owe for that one shot I didn't get heads on? And what do I need to keep drinking?
What do you need to keep drinking? I mean, he can get you something else.
Okay, something to fill the souvenir cup.
Something to fill the souvenir cup.
My pie.
And how strong were those shots?
How many do you want?
Well, there were just 2 that I did.
You
so.
do 2. You think you could probably do 2 more.
Okay.
Of those.
Okay. Then I'm gonna ask him, basically, if he could put some kind of whatever kind of beer I think will go with that shot, and to get me another one, and I'm gonna drop it in.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna do one of those.
Okay.
I think I see her.
Yeah, you see her. You definitely see her. You see her down 2 shots, and you see like there's 2 other glasses on the table. You could probably. This would probably I have a table of drinks. So there is a drink they have that is a beer. It's called the Maiden's Ass. So the bottle itself is with a donkey, and there's a pretty girl on the label. It's a sweet-ish drink, but it's strong, and the bartender figures it'll probably pair well with the end of the line.
Solid.
And the bartender says drinks for you technically are on the house. Because while you were taking those shots, that halfling came back and like got the bartender's attention and told him something.
Cool. I'll at the very least, I keep forgetting, holding down Alt zooms. I'm gonna give him probably a good tip.
Okay.
Just to cover the night, so I'm gonna give him 5 gold pieces.
It's on the list, and for some reason. All right.
They're wrong. Raine just kind of looks at Melanie, and before Zaitari waves him over, like, I don't know that I can give her any good advice because I certainly don't fucking have any, but at least I'll be there to pick her up or back her up as need be when she gets done doing whatever she's doing tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's doesn't look like it's going to end very well.
Okay. But do you guys go over, or do you let her drink silly?
Yeah.
So before I go over, I'm gonna say I'll catch up. And I would like to find the strongest looking person in here, just like some big motherfucker that is a patron.
It does a patron. Okay. Okay. Probably.
If it's a whole
biggest-
table of people, that's even better.
Okay. All right. You're probably going to be looking at one moment because there are a lot of people in here.
That's fine.
I see. So it's between two people, two dwarves, and they seem to be arguing about something. These are like big, burly, like minor dwarves, probably.
All right.
And
they're arguing right now.
they're arguing, but like not like in a heated discussion, but like in a passionate discussion about something.
I would like to approach them.
All right. As you approach their table, you hear them arguing with each other who has the better beard, who has the more luscious beard. And both of the beards are pretty good. Looks like they take care of them very well. Has, you know, the whole beard oil. One of them has a couple braids with some nice polished onyx beads in it. The other individual kind of just lets his like free, but it's bushier than the other guys, but probably because it's not styled.
My bearded friends. I would like to make a wager, and you two look absolutely perfect. Are you, either of you, interested in a contest of strength instead of beard maintenance?
The one with the braided beard says, sure. I mean, I can probably like. What kind of contest were you thinking?
Oh, I don't know. Arm wrestling.
Would the other one, kind of like strokes his not styled beard and says, "Would you be interested in doing an Atlas Stone contest?"
Do I know what an Atlas Stone is?
Roll a history check.
Oh, I closed my window for some reason. I'm knitting. I don't know what I'm
That's
doing.
cool. Yeah, I know they do. They can suck.
What am I rolling?
History.
Someday my sheet will open.
It's fine.
Someday my sheep.
Right. It's not too hard to figure out. You've seen them before. So an Atlas stone is pretty much a round, solid stone. And what typically happens is they're placed on the floor. You have to pick them up and put them on a pedestal or a counter of some kind. Usually the Atlas stones will go up in weight, and they're usually the person who can put their stones up on the pedestals the fastest wins. Typically, like, contests that you have like read about or like have probably watched at like maybe some fares go from probably minimum starting out to like 75 pounds, and go up to increments of like 200, like up to 200.
Okay.
The so yeah, that's what an Atlas Stone contest is, and there's kind of like a technique of lifting the stone itself. But they're very heavy. Very heavy, and it depends on how many you want to do.
I will say, gentlemen, I don't have any large round rocks on my person, but I do have 2 arms, which is why I was kind of thinking of the arm wrestling. But if you guys have the props for this, then by all means.
The one with the groomed styled beard says, there's a yard in the back. We can probably use those, and we can time and see who goes fastest. They have a set of 2 sets of 5 stones outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, why don't you go start warming up? I'm going to grab my friends and I'll be right out there. And I'm gonna go try to gather the possibly sloshed. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So you go to the
Oh,
bar.
I just started. It's fine.
Yeah, she's only 2 shots.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's an Atlas Stone. Not that Melanie would know the technique for an Atlas Stone. Melanie's only seen it like with the 13, like maybe once or twice. But you squat down, you bring the stone up on your thighs, kind of if you were like, I don't know how to describe this. Well, that's how you lift an Atlas Stone.
Okay.
Don't just. I've seen Atlas Stones go bad. Okay, so you go over to the bar. And there's Zaitari. She has some drinks in front of her.
Raine!
There's Raine.
Right.
Melanie! Thank you for joining me.
I
I have done us the liberty of getting us some shots.
Oh, thank you. I was actually going to go play a hilarious game with some dwarves. Anyone interested?
That sounds wonderful, but I think we should take our shots first.
You guys notice, like, with it next to these glasses, there is a coin. But at this point, the bartender's like, since your drinks are free, then I don't think the coin is necessary.
It's still in good fun.
Okay. The bartender explains, if you roll heads, the drink is free. If you roll tails, you have to consume the shot and then something else. Kind of like Red Dragon Inn, almost, with coins.
Bottoms up. And Raine will drink.
I'll get a 3rd shot for myself so that I can do it with
Ooh,
the other.
I'm drinking something else.
Okay.
No. Wait, heads is you don't. Tails is you do, right?
Yes.
I
tails
don't
you
know which is which.
Correct.
2 is tails.
1 is heads.
Ah.
You're chaperoning tonight.
Yeah, that's alright.
Alright.
You're not gonna need no Atlas stones, you're just gonna be carrying us around.
Probably. And he does bring the maidens, the glasses of the maiden's ass, so you can do, if you really want to do a Jaeger bomb, you are more than welcome to.
No, not
with
now.
this.
I've now had 3 shots, so I'm
Okay.
gonna have just the beer.
Okay.
Since you said that it's a high alcohol
Oh, yeah.
percentage.
It's very high.
Raine's gotta catch up, so shot.
Alright. So 2 shots for you. Melanie, you can consume your shot if you...
Oh no.
Another... Oh boy. Raine? You what's can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Yep.
So, this is what happens to Raine. Raine takes her 4th shot, downs it, and you're like, I'm fine. This is great.
No,
this
I
is
think she would just be on her
Third.
3rd.
She'd be on her
Third.
3rd, yeah.
So,
Okay.
I only got a 12 con.
You're pretty drunk at this point. Like, those burned on the way down.
That Good. So, what are we doing? Playing with some dwarves or what?
Yes, I was going to go play hilarious games. You want to come?
Is there gambling involved?
There is.
Wonderful. Then yes, I will come. I try to look around. Did Takashi come
Yeah,
out? Or is
he's
he
he's
just...
out now. He's like strolling
Okay.
up. He's like, "Oh, hey there. Oh, it ain't
I'll
my
go
here."
up and say, Takashi! I'll throw my arms open wide as I have the beer in one hand and then try to give him a hug.
He'll
If he lets it.
Yeah, he'll let you hug him. How are you doing? How can I help you?
I am doing wonderfully, and I'll loop my arm around his and kind of like put my other hand on his bicep and say, we are just about to go outside and apparently witness a wonderful, hilarious game that Melanie is taking part of.
Oh, interesting. What kind of? And he like looks over at Melanie. What kind of game you guys playing?
Trick dwarves.
Oh, I see.
It's where there's dwarves and you get them to play games that they're going to lose.
Oh, I see. So you're going to the strongman yard.
Oh, yes, I am.
Do you want a larger audience?
Yes.
All right, give me a minute. I'm looking for some fun, anyways.
Oh, yes, please do come find us when you're done.
All right. He gets on top of the bar, and he yells, "Strongman contest!"
Ooh.
And there are a couple people who, are just like, "Shit, we're in." So,
I use thaumaturgy to make like the sound of clapping.
Mm-hmm. And there's some you got a good amount of people following you out. We'll get to the strongman yard in a minute. Tilda, you are in Maggie's office. You are having lovely biscuits and some floral green tea. When there is a knock on the door. I'm sorry, Lady Matilda. Yes. And there's one of the attendants from outside comes in and says, I'm really sorry to bother you, matron, but we're having some trouble wrangling the children. You see, there's a turtle making water, and at first there were
no.
five children asking questions, but now there's, well, why not you look out the window? So Maggie's like, while this is going on, Maggie has quirked out an eyebrow and she turns in her chair and looks outside, and there's like 50 kids out there, and they're all talking to Ronnie. Not at the same time, thankfully. But now he's like telling stories, and he looks like he's like answering any questions they have. And Maggie's like, "Oh my, I'll come out and help in the moment. I'm so sorry, Lady Matilda."
No, it's fine. This is one of my friends, actually.
Oh, well,
he was at my wedding. I don't know if you remember.
I recognize him. But
Ronnie was at my wedding, right?
I think
I
so.
don't think so.
I don't think
No?
Ronnie was
Oh,
at your
shit.
wedding at that.
My bad.
Alright.
He was not at my wedding.
Okay.
Never mind.
Well, they're probably interested because he is a turtle. I think this is the
In a
first
desert.
in the desert, first turtle they've ever seen, perhaps. And creating water, it looks like, when he has a moment between questions.
Oh no. Oh.
It's fine as long as it doesn't get out into the economy, I suppose. But
I hadn't realized he followed me and Belzor here. I'll come down with you.
okay.
If
No, that's
you don't mind.
No, of course. Yeah, it's getting close to supper, so we like to wrangle the young ones and get them inside.
course.
Yeah, teach them some manners about table setting, and I've been trying to instill some culture. It's slowly been working. They know which one is the soup spoon. Sometimes.
Well, they're on their way then.
Yeah, sometimes. Though they still play with their forks. Come on. And she, smooths out her dress and goes outside where Ronnie is. Ronnie, during this time, you have quickly have gathered a crowd of children around you. And a couple of questions are really simple. They're like, who's Tyr? Who chills out with Tyr? But some of them are a little more complicated. For example, where does the water actually come from? And you even get one annoying kid who asks you what the meaning of life is.
See, Ronnie has an answer for himself. He knows what the meaning of his life is. He won't tell that to the kids, but he does have an answer for himself.
Okay, fair enough.
Pain and suffering.
Eternal agony. No.
Those are what balance the scales of Tyr.
And there's other simple questions, like some kids are like, some of the younger ones are even like asking, since you seem like a well-traveled individual, they're asking you, have you ever seen like an orc before, or are there really giant octopuses in the ocean, and are sea monsters real, are ghosts, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you've noticed that there are probably more children out here than your hands and your toes do turtles have toes?
I'm thinking about like 3.
Okay. Your hands and your toes combined.
That's okay. Ronnie is remarkably calm despite being surrounded by children. And it's only because he is actually capable of keeping an eye on all of them at the same time.
Yes, that is true.
My passive perception makes it somewhat more tolerable.
Yeah. Like at one point there's a kid that's sitting on the on top of a jungle gym, and he looks like he's about to fall. And then you like shout at him to like, hey, don't tip over. And some of the kids help him out. But this is the scene that Maggie and Tilda come out to. Just like,
so I have eyes on the back of my head, I close my eyes and then use the robe of ice to see what they're doing.
It's just this gaggle of children, like, asking questions. And a few attendants trying to herd small groups of them inside for supper, but then they sneak out the back and come back outside. They're very stealthy kids.
Damn.
And Maggie just looking everywhere and looking at Ronnie and... Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You can go first.
Ronnie, perhaps that's enough talking with the children. It's supper time for them.
Actually, Maggie says, would you two like to stay for dinner?
I'll be happy to help out, yeah.
We're having it's probably nothing that, it's not fancy fare, but it's we have a beef tonight I dine on turtle soup. It's just it's simple, like a simple stew with carrots and potatoes and celery and mushrooms, with crusty bread.
Yeah, I'd love to join you.
I'd be honored.
I'm sure the children would love it if it's okay with you. They seem very Maggie says, inquisitive,
I'm
curious.
I definitely stick
As
out
long
in
as
this
we're not-
part of the world, so
As long as we're not taking too much
Oh,
away from the children.
oh no, Maggie says we have plenty. Stew's been bubbling for a while, and we recently acquired a donation from a couple nobles who want to improve their image. But come, she will as soon as Ronnie like steps away from the water barrels, like the kids are already following Ronnie. They're just like,
Yeah, I understand my role. I'm gonna get them in and start getting them their hands washed, and
You are the goddamn Pied Piper.
it's because he's as smart as children. He's always on the same level.
Hmm.
That's it. He's a kindred spirit, and he looks like a giant turtle.
Yep.
Maggie will lead you to the. It's like you can come sit with me, and she'll guide you to the dining room. It's a simple dining room. There are utensils akin to not as many as you would find at a noble dinner, but enough to teach some kids. All right, this is your soup spoon. This would be your this fork. This is the butter knife. Please don't. No, you use your left hand. The right is for the claw. And then there are attendants trying to like usher them into seats.
Ronnie
yeah.
is also trying to follow the lessons.
Yep. At least you have Tilda to help you. But so you guys are doing that. Back at the Black Wheel, you've gathered a sizable crowd of people at this point. So there are two sets of atlas stones with pedestals. There's also what it looks like a log that like it's made from a tree. It's essentially what it is it's literally a log, and in the center, hollowed out where you would put your hands, are handholds where you would lift said log. And the dwarves explain when they're pointing out the atlas stones. This is the log you would use to see how many times you can lift it above your head, so how many reps you can do. The record currently is 6.
I bet you that Melanie could beat that.
Okay.
There's also one more feat of strength if you're up for it, and Takahashi is more than willing to help you set this up. So, because there are minor dwarves, one of the things they like to do is they like to load up a giant cart with iron and coal. Iron if they can get enough of it. And they attach a harness and a rope to somebody, and they see how far and fast they can pull it.
Okay.
And so there's the log, the atlas stones, the cart pole, and there's also one more event they like to... Oh my gosh.
I thought they were just underage.
Ah, there we go.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, are they children or are they like in a mine?
They mine
Both.
minerals.
Oh, that's terrible.
They're...
These poor children.
Yeah, miners mining in the dwarven mines. How terrible.
Oh, they're miners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Minor minor dwarven miners. That would be awful.
Now I know the name of this episode.
Minor dwarven miners.
Minor miners.
Minor.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you guys.
It'll drop.
So they bring out what is... I'm gonna get a picture of them because they're kind of... hold on. Episodes. I am looking for the. You could also, like, if you want to, you can also try curling up a cast iron skillet into a burrito. That's also one of the tricks, one of the things they have.
Yeah.
Okay, they will find you some cast iron skillets.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, we're just gonna go through the whole thing then. The Dinny stones. All right, so let me get a picture of those.
I will say that before Melanie starts, like right before she's about to go out, I will give her a signature pep talk, and give her a point of inspiration.
Cool.
So,
all right. So Dinnie. The Dinny stones are in Scotland, and so what they are two natural stones with two handles in them. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pick them up, one in each hand, and you're supposed to walk with them as far as you can. The problem with the handles, and Takahashi, Melanie, will point them out to you, is that they will dig into your hand. You have to do this barehanded. And the handles are made in a way as they will literally take the skin off of your palm if you hold them for too long.
I think I can pass on that one. That looks terrible.
The current record for them is 15 feet.
oh come on, Melanie,
I'll
you
pass
know
on that
you can
part.
beat that.
No, I like the skin on my hands.
We have magical healing.
I don't care. That hurts.
Fine.
I follow like several like strongman channels, so like, and I watched a whole season of like the History Channel's World's Strongest Man, which is okay, but
It's a weirdly satisfying thing to watch.
It is a weirdly satisfying thing to watch. It's also really cool when they pull planes. I think they did that in
Yes.
Dubai or something once.
I like the log throws. Where you just get a log and you throw it as far as you can.
Like in the Highland Games log style
Yeah.
throws? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard.
It's simple, it's elegant,
But that's
it's
really
impressive.
hard to do.
It can kill you.
It can literally
That's the
kill
best
it.
part.
Can literally kill you. So the log throw, if you want to participate in it, Melanie, is so you get a log, and you have to pick it up vertically, and you have to toss it in a way that I believe it goes over itself a few times and lands in a certain angle, if I remember correctly.
Ew.
Kay? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a balance feat and a strength feat, so it's very hard.
And then precision on top of it. It's
stupid hard.
I think I'll pass on that one.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm hearing Atlas stones. I'm hearing Atlas stones, the log press. You're passing on the Dinny stones. Do you want to do the cart pull?
Sure.
Okay, the cart pull, and we're not doing the balanced log throwing that possibly could kill somebody in the audience or your party member.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, is there a big hill in Fort Granite where we could chase a wheel of...
You cut out there,
Please.
Mallory. Sorry.
Did that come through?
You cut up
No.
at the end. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so, because it cut off for me too. I said, I was just making a joke. I said, is there a big hill in Fort Granite where we could chase a giant ass wheel of cheese down it and kill ourselves?
I mean, Fort Granite is a mountain. The whole town is a mountain.
Yeah.
You
I know,
literally
but it
could
needs to be-
find, yeah, there's probably a pill big enough for you to
I'm sure.
unleash millions of wheels of cheese or cabbages.
Those videos are hilarious when they come out.
They are. All right. You also, along with the two dwarves that suggested these contests with you, there's a couple others that have now like want to throw in their lot. And if you let them, I can describe them for you.
While they're kind of gathering, I'm gonna find Mallory. I mean,
Okay.
I'm gonna find Zaitari. Zaitari,
Yes.
I need you to sober up Raine, and then I need you guys to place bets on all this.
I'm sorry, I'm not a paladin. I cannot sober her up.
You can't just heal her or something?
No, I do not have any restoration spells, nor do I have healing hands.
I would like to find some water.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's expensive. I'd like to find some cold beer.
That's easier.
I'm assuming it's significantly cheaper than water.
Probably, yes.
I would like to kind of
I'm fine.
just slosh it on her face.
Okay.
What?
You
Do
know,
you
Raine, I'm
feel-
actually surprised you got so slammed by those shots.
Do you feel more awake?
Why did you do? Just kind of sputtering, like. Yep, that's exactly. I wasn't that bad, and why'd you throw beer? Where?
I do think she was just playing it up.
Water
a little
is
bit.
really expensive here.
Saying I'm not worth it?
I don't even know where to find any.
Let's all prove to each other how much we're all worth it by betting an exorbitant amount of money on Melanie.
Me.
That guy is gonna roll up.
Holy shit!
Sorry, babe.
I somehow doubt he has a 29 strength, though.
That guy rolls up, and a couple of the, a fair number of the bar patrons part, so they
believe
can let him through. And you,
Greetings.
yeah, and you guys hear, like, as he's walking up, you hear, oh shit, it's the lion, fuck. Well, and you hear some people say, well, I know who I'm changing my bet to. And he says, hi. Not the lion. So I heard there's a impromptu strongman contest going on.
I am about to whoop all your asses.
Gonna be strong woman contest.
Strong person contest, I guess, he says.
Absolutely.
Well,
You're free to try to challenge me.
I think I will. Currently
Marvelous.
currently I hold the record for the log press. So, and the dwarves are like, we're out. Fuck this shit, we're out.
You've been hoodwinked.
Bait and switch.
Takahashi comes out with a, paper and some charcoal pencils, and he's like, place your bets! Place your bets! We have... And he leans over to you. Excuse me, miss, what is your name? What would you like to go by?
Mel the Destroyer.
Okay, great. In this corner, we have Mel the Destroyer. And you hear, yay!
I pull the hood up on my bear.
You wear your
Cause
bear
balls
hood.
is terrible.
And on this side, we have the current, reigning, defending strong person champion. The Lion of Fort Granite. Woo! So place
I'll
your bets.
cast thaumaturgy to make it sound like there's more people booing than there actually are.
Place your bets. Place your bets.
So, Melanie, how much do you want us to bet for you? Or just have us place bets?
Just put like 100 on me.
350, got it.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna bet anyway, so.
What are the odds are being given? Are is this equal odds or?
So since Melanie has not proved herself yet, currently the odds are 3-1. Lion's favor.
I kind of like just want to gauge like how much this guy's big, but it's not everything. Size doesn't always matter.
Roll an insight check.
Actually, can I do that too?
Yes.
Okay. Better.
He's pretty. I mean,
compared to Melanie,
he's definitely more muscular than Melanie. That's for sure. He's a little wider too.
Is he wearing any sweet belts? I feel like this should be visible.
He's wearing an apron. Looks like he's like a smith of some sort.
If I look around the side, do I see the side of any belts?
I mean, there are belts.
Does he just like catch Melanie like looking at his apron?
Yeah, he's just like.
I have to assess the competition.
Of course, of course.
Mhm.
Well, all right. How much are you guys betting?
350.
About
Okay.
500.
Okay, so we got 350 for Zaitari. Gold?
Absolutely.
All right.
No, not platinum. I don't have that much.
Raine, how much you betting?
Yeah, I'd do 500.
500? Raine? All right.
Hello?
Melanie, are you placing any bets on yourself?
I'm putting 100 on myself.
Okay. All right, we'll get to you guys in a second. Back at the orphanage. You finally, actually, Tilda, Tilda and Ronnie, are you guys helping settling the kids down?
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much helping Tilda's doing. Considering
Right.
most of them seem
Absolutely.
fascinated by Ronnie.
I mean, you've attracted some attention yourself at this point. You are very well dressed, and you are very pretty. So there are a
Yes.
fair number of girls that have wandered away from Ronnie and come to you. A couple boys too, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking you, what's your dress made of? Where did you get the pretty things in your hair? What are certain pieces of your jewelry made out of? Where did you get certain pieces of your jewelry from? Are you married? One little boy asked, "Can I marry you?"
Oh, that's
you be my
adorable.
girlfriend?
Yeah. I will say Tilda probably starts out a little awkward, but and stilted, but as more kind of keep asking, she does get into the spirit of things and like, oh yes, I got these from my husband, or
One of the
Things
little
like
boys
that.
looks crestfallen.
yeah, I know. You'll have to take that up with my husband, if
Okay.
you want.
20 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
I have
20
come
years
to
later.
fight for your hand in marriage. I request a duel. Okay. If you were helping, like, just talking to
Yeah.
the kids, just to settle them out. I need persuasion checks from both of you. Maggie will roll her own as well, and some staff will.
One.
Okay.
Children riot.
Just want children creep.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
What Zaitari does right now.
Tilda still has no idea what's going on with
Nope,
Zaitari.
he doesn't. I realized that too when you were like, "What is she doing?" I'm like, "Oh, that's right. She wasn't technically there."
Ronnie?
So my connection dropped. What am I doing?
Rolling a persuasion check to see how rowdy the kids are around you.
I'm not good at this.
You're fine. So the questions for you, Ronnie, are coming in a little more quickly than you would like. However, the children that have gathered around Tilda are enraptured with Tilda's answers, the little anecdotes that she has. The little boy who had asked to be your girlfriend looks sad, but he still gives you the swan napkin he made.
That's okay. That's very cute.
He still wants you to keep it anyways.
Oh, that's lovely.
Would you like another one?
No,
Okay.
that's all right. I wouldn't want to take up all your time.
He smiles. Okay. Yeah, Maggie is trying to help you out, Rod. That's not good either.
Oh, Jesus, guys.
Yeah, so there's a lot of noise on that side of the table.
I'm just holding court with my 50 orphan children.
It's like that scene in The King and I when the oldest son says, "Okay, when I put out my right foot," that kind of thing with his siblings. That's what's like with you. On the other side, they're a little more rambunctious. Ronnie, at some point, one of the kids accidentally spills some apple juice on you, and it's kind of sticky. And Maggie is just like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry."
It's fine. It's a shell. It's really easy to clean.
We'll make sure we get you some soap.
Get a
just,
little turtle wax. It's fine.
Like hot water is fine. It's.
I'm imagining you've got a little handheld vacuum down inside the shell for any of the crumbs that you drop while you're eating. Yeah.
It's just attached to my tailbone.
Yeah, oh jeez.
No, I said cordless. Sorry.
I am happy to keep up with the kids, but I have been entertaining them now for a long time.
Yes, you have. All right, so,
Eventually, I'm going to challenge them all to a holding your breath contest,
Oh God.
just to get them quiet.
I need to look at something. All right, so back at the Strongman Yard. What event would you like to do first, Melanie?
Whatever event they think should go first. If there's a way they normally do things or whatever.
Okay, so typically stones go last.
Okay.
So you're probably looking at the log press first.
Okay.
And let me get the lion's character sheet. Good. So, proficiency. All right, great. All right. The log press probably weighs. Hold on. I want to see how much the log was at the Arnold Classic this year. Because they had that freaking behemoth of the Austrian oak. Here it is. So the Austrian oak. So this log is going to probably. You're looking at it. It's probably easily 440 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good log. So I'm going to ask you to make. I'm going to ask you to make athletic checks, and I'll tell you when you stop lifting. So, yep.
Oh!
One
Did I
rep.
drop it?
You drop it. It's awkward because the way you lift a log is you have to kind of curl it into yourself, and you're not used to like lifting things this way as opposed
Don't
to
you
like
have
a regular bar.
Luck?
Right,
yeah, I'm gonna waste it this
you
early
have
on now.
inspiration. And no, we didn't pick you up, Mallory. You can use the inspiration if you want.
Yeah, what's your inspiration right now? Is it a D8? Because I rolled an 8.
D10.
Oh. Can I keep the 8 instead?
Roll the D10, woman. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. 22.
Testing.
Okay,
Hey,
we
can
hear you
this
now.
time.
Weird, it just disconnected for the microphone for some reason.
By 15. Alright, so your strength score is currently a 29.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 22. 22 should just make it, so go ahead and roll again.
Then I went, oh shit. Like,
Yeah, you it teeters, but you're able to get it above your head. Okay.
30.
So keep going.
There's 60.
So that's when you can't do it anymore.
Okay.
All right. So you
Does
got.
Melanie have luck?
Do you have luck?
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll it this early.
All right. So you just get it, but you're like you have it in the air, but your elbows aren't locking, and they're waiting for that like straighten and lock, and it wobbles, and then you just have to drop it, and there is a small like indentation in the earth when you drop it. All right. So now it's the lion's go, and
okay, so here's a question.
Yep.
So like she did that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Like if he does it 5, he wins, or is it
if he
kinda
does
how
it
works,
4,
or-
she did it 3 times.
dropped on
She dropped it on the 4th attempt. All right, so he is going to try. All right. So even with all these goddamn bonuses, he rolled a 1. So Melanie wins. God fucking damn it.
Nice.
This die is going into the jail. Screw
You're
you.
gonna have to build her like an actual jail for her days.
I might have to just make it myself.
Let the mimic eat it.
The mimic, it is now in the mimic. So you have won that event. So you're 1-0. It's 1-0 right now. God.
If at all possible, I will give Melanie another point of inspiration if, like, she comes over and, like, you know, has to stretch again, get some water.
Yep.
You know, come to the corner, get the water, rub the shoulders, you know, get the cuts, you know, like.
Oh, wait, why are we cutting me?
I'm not
Seems excessive. We haven't
like
been
a cut
bleeding.
man. A cut man. No, I like that. I
feel
said
like you're
like
just
that.
trying
it's
to
an
go.
analogy.
Uh-huh.
All right, ladies.
Knife happy.
Settle this later in the bedroom. Just calm down.
All right. You see some people like saying, Don't worry. You got this cart pole line. You got the cart pole. Fucking natural one. Even with all the bonuses. Okay. Next is the cart pole. Alright, so let's see. I need to look up something. Drag. 30. Okay. So this is, I'm gonna ask for 2 rolls from you, Melanie. So they've loaded up this cart with as much iron ingots and excess coal they could find.
Okay.
So you're probably looking at an easy... This thing probably weighs easily 800 pounds.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah. So they put... So they... Since you won the last event, they'll ask you whether you want to go first or second.
Second.
All right. So they'll put the harness on the lion. And, he'll test the ropes out a little bit, and he will do an athletics check and an additional and a dexterity check as well. So this is a combination of how much he can pull and how fast he can do it. So let's do the athletics. All right, he is able to pull, but it's not his best event. It's not his best day because these dice don't like me. And dexterity wise, that's okay. So dexterity wise, if you can beat that, you have him beat. So let me take a look. So he'll get it over 50 feet in about a minute.
Okay.
I would like you to roll a strength check, then I would like you to roll a dexterity, just a straight dexterity check. Okay. All right. It is. Yeah, you just. So yeah, it wasn't really a contest. Apparently, these dice hate me. You win. However, very anticlimactic. So Zaitari, you have won.
Hey, there's one more event I want to see.
All right, you want to see? All right. These will be 5 athletic checks.
I mean, we may have won our money, but I feel like it would be a shame for the Atlas Stone, the promised event, to not occur.
All right. Melanie, you guys are going at the same time with these guys.
All right.
Please roll me 5 athletics checks. All right, so,
You do have a
Like,
D10.
I'm
Like-
gonna use luck on my natural 1.
okay.
That's 31.
Okay. So he beats you. He gets his first stone quicker than you do. On the second
Okay.
stone, there's no contest. On the third stone, you beat him. I'm rolling single digits apparently, so
Oof.
you just beat him. Okay, let me see. So you beat him in that one. You beat him in that one. Because you rolled, you beat him in that one and this one. And on the last stone, he gets it up technically quicker than you, but you got the first 4 stones quicker than him, so you win. Even with the bonuses. Hate these dice! I need to buy new dice! Screw you! 6 and a 4? What the fuck?
You guys hate you.
Don't take this out on the Click Clack Math Rocks.
The dice
Don't
Yeah,
don't
do
it's
that.
yeah. Don't blame the objects. Blame RN Jesus. Obviously, he is looking down upon you this day.
He is. Alright.
Also, I have a plus 14, so
He was close.
damn.
Yeah.
I would like to give him the highest of 5s.
Okay, he will high five you. He says, I know when I'm beaten. And he will high five you. Roll a strength check.
Ooh.
Your
Snap
hand
him in half.
actually hurts when you high five him.
Well done.
You figure to yourself, on a good day, he probably may have beaten you. You also, given the fact that you're looking at him now, he might have some enhancements as well.
You know, if you're ever in... I'm 2 siders deep, not really sure where we live. But if you're ever where we live and you need a job in, you know, maybe a bouncer, protection, bodyguard, that sort of thing, come by Rosewater Manse.
Keep.
It's Rosewater Keep near Leona.
Look
Oh.
us up if ever you need a job.
He says, I'll think about it. I have a smithing gig here, but, you know, if I ever want to travel, I'll keep you guys in that
Yeah.
mind.
See the sights.
So, you guys win triple your money, because it was 3-to-1 odds. Everybody goes home
Holy
very
shit.
sad. Back at the
Except for us.
except for you guys. Back at the orphanage, you guys have finally finished dinner. A lot of it has spilt on the tablecloth. Thankfully, it's not a very nice tablecloth, so they can get away with it. But it does still make you sad. And at this point, the kids have, you know, gone past you guys. Tilda, like, you've had these. You wouldn't know it, like, you wouldn't know anywhere that these kids are from an orphanage, but these are, like, some of the most, because of your talking to them and such, these are, like, the most polite kids you have ever met. They're, like, hanging on your every word. They only speak when spoken to.
Nice.
And, yeah, they're just
Damn.
the most well-behaved kids you have ever met.
I love them all.
Is there one, like, feisty kid there?
Ronnie has the feisty kid.
No feisty kids.
Ronnie has the troublemakers.
I'm trying to find a feisty kid to adopt.
Mm.
You can come by later. But eventually they all tell you goodnight. Ronnie gets some fist bumps, but, like, the other kids seem to be like,
I will teach all of the little girls how to curtsy properly,
okay,
and I will teach all the little boys how to bow.
give me a persuasion check. No, actually, yeah, just as a persuasion.
Ronnie is fascinated by the fist bump. Oh, what
You-
is this youth tradition?
One of you tries to teach you dabbing, but you just don't get it.
I don't think my arms can even move enough to dab because of the shell.
Probably. That's probably why you're having so much trouble.
I imagine your arms could move, but it's like getting your head into the elbow.
Yeah, it's when they have to cross. It's bringing the arm close to my body and then my head down.
Yeah, your head kind of just ducks instead of, like, going into the elbow. So
I
it kind of...
can. Yeah, I don't have a collarbone. I don't have any mobility.
But you can just put your head in the shell.
That's probably what he would do.
Yeah, I imagine
Am
that's
I
what
doing
he's
it?
doing.
Am I dabbing?
Yeah, they're like, it's like if Grandpa was dabbing, but he was doing it the wrong way. It's like,
And I'm sure
It's
all of the kids just
literally that.
gasp as Ronnie's head disappears.
Disappears. Yeah.
one kid
It's
starts
literally just that.
one kid starts crying, cause
Oh no. Oh, object permanency.
and Maggie's like, I'll take this one. Thank you for stopping by. Just stop by before you leave. I'm sure they'll all love to see, say farewell. And I think I'll be seeing you both in the future soon. Have a good night, you
It
two.
was very nice meeting you, and thank you for having me for dinner.
Oh, thank you for making the water. We won't
And
say.
not having them for dinner. Har har har. Turtle soup.
You're not there.
Maggie drags crying child away. and eventually the kids will file out until it's like you guys are heading towards the entrance.
Yeah, I would have said goodbye to Maggie during all that.
Yeah, it was very difficult with the crying child.
As we're leaving, I'll just lean over to Tilda and just say, if you ever need to talk to someone or just want to vent about some things, you can always come to me.
They were so, like, you could tell like a change comes over Tilda, like, from she was kind of happy and, she enjoyed being around the children, and then, like, you've reminded her, oh, right, this thing happened that, and she just kind of, they were so nonchalant when she got back up. It was as if all of the pleading with the Phoenix, all of the heartbreak, didn't even happen. As if she hadn't turned around and looked at me immediately before slitting her own throat, blaming me for it.
Well, there's a good chance she's just not ready to deal with that yet. So she's not.
Both of them, though. Belzor, even. He's different. He says he's the same, but he's different.
Yeah. And that's okay.
I suppose. I just...
They'll process it on their own time. You experience this kind of stuff often, living this kind of life as an adventurer and a treasure hunter. You run into it way more, and you've kind of streamlined your grief and your trauma processing. And most people haven't. Most people don't have to deal with that. So they're learning. And I'm sorry that you've had so much experience with it. But I can't take that away.
Yes, I suppose.
I used to want to be a dad. So it was real nice coming here and spending some time with the kids.
Theodric and I are trying to have a baby.
Well, I wish you happy and healthy and safe endeavors and early terms and all that. It's something special, and I hope it's everything that you want it to be, and more, and better in different ways than what you're expecting.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Also, do Ronnie's people just bury some eggs in the sand and
gosh.
Just leave?
No.
Just...
They're not actually turtles.
Are you sure, though? They look like them.
Just standing on two legs and talking.
They just speak and they walk funny.
Grief moves in different paces. Just give them time. They'll reach the finish line, too.
I appreciate your attempt at counsel. I'm not quite there. I'm not where they are yet. I don't know if
Oh,
I'll ever be there.
Chances are they're not where you're at. People have a tendency to ignore what they don't want to confront. And if they haven't gotten to where you are, then that means that they haven't confronted anything yet. And someday they will.
Tilda doesn't say anything for the rest of the night as they're walking back to wherever we decided to meet up. I don't know if we're staying here
The monastery?
at the monastery or at the oh my god,
Was there a...
Warwater.
Or
Oh,
water
yeah,
estate.
that's right. We could stay there, yeah. I
Yeah.
imagine we would have met there.
That's where I imagine Tilda's feet kind of lead her. Whether we're like when we get there, whether they turn us away or not, I don't know. But
Oh,
that's where.
I mean, Anastasia's there with her herd of goats.
Oh
So,
yes.
so when she sees, she's like, "Oh, hello, hello, Tilda. Staying for the night, you two?"
Yes. Are the sheets clean and fresh and such?
They are as they are. So yes, they are killing.
All right. And the others, Zaitari, Raine, and Melanie. I don't know if you ever met Melanie.
I don't think I have, but I haven't seen Raine or Zaitari.
Well, they're out gambling and whatnot, carousing, as it were. Again, as if nothing strange had happened. Sorry.
Anastasia looks very confused.
No, never mind.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, that is.
That's
weird.
that's what's happening to Tilda right now.
No.
So many goats.
And maybe they might be along later. Who knows?
That goat is it's more appropriate. It is evening, so you do see several kids in pajamas.
In pajamas.
Dude, she needs to start baby goat yoga for like the Middle Ages.
Yeah, I guess you guys would make a lot of money if you did that.
So Tilda just kind of turns to Ronnie and says, "We met several of one type of kid earlier today. Here's another.
Ronnie, there
Enjoy your night."
Ronnie, there are baby goats in pajamas.
And I will go inside.
Hello, goats.
Meh. Meh. Anastasia says, "I'm sorry. And this is a gnome woman, with pale blonde hair. I'm Anastasia. It's nice to meet you. This is Bobby. That's William, and Ted's over there on the half shell that we built."
So you have Bobby, William, and Ted. Are you sure William's not Billy? As in a billy goat?
Deep sigh.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Ronnie.
Pleasure. Yeah, I have I look after the estate, and I keep goats.
It's a good hobby. I was on a ship, so I never got to keep goats, but I've always liked them.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Do you make the pajamas, or do they come
I
made
do,
like
I
that?
do. I even have my own pair I sleep in. They have little goats on them.
That's wonderful.
I could make you a pair. It would take a little bit. I'd have to measure the...
I don't really wear pajamas. I don't really wear clothes. They just get hooked.
How about socks?
I do wear socks.
I can make you some socks. I have
I
plenty
would-
of fabric.
Happily take some socks. I'm always in need of new socks.
Excellent. What's your foot size?
I usually just go in the store and hold up the shoe to the bottom of my foot, and if it looks like it fits, I buy that one.
One moment. She takes out a piece of string and just measures your shoe. Okay, I got it. And ties a knot where the measurement ends.
A lot of unexpected number questions today for Ronnie. He's like,
Why do you keep making me count?
I don't know how long we're staying here, but I appreciate the hospitality and the socks.
Just-
And can I spend time with the goats?
Would you like more of them?
More goats?
Mhm.
I'd like to spend some time with the goats. Just point me to them.
She will lead you to the small barn they have, and there are a lot of goats.
I'm just gonna quietly lay down on the ground and suck into the shell, so I'm just a shell, so they can jump off of me a bunch.
Oh, they do so with enthusiasm.
Especially Billy, the kid.
How loud would it be to have a goat tramping about on top of you?
On
Like,
your hollow shell.
I
On
don't
yours
know.
that's
Is
not
this-
quite hollow.
It's not hollow. The shell's
Yeah.
my spine.
I know.
This could be ASMR for Ron.
oh my goodness, our keep's just gonna have a bunch of little baby goats, and we're gonna be like, why are there so many goats? It's gonna be like, it's so lovely to sleep by. Just the sound of tiny hooves on my shell.
It is definitely not the loudest thing he slept through, being on from a ship.
I
True.
mean, this is just bringing, sheep jumping over a fence and, counting sheep. Just a whole nother level here.
It's true.
Okay.
Ronnie's like 1, 2. Ah, shit.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. 1, 2,
1. 1.
1. Many lots.
But yeah, that's what's happening with you. So, Zaitari, Melanie, and Raine, where are you guys up to now? Now that you guys are loaded with cash.
I give Melanie a high five and say, "Fantastic job, Melanie. That was absolutely wonderful."
Thank you. It was kind of fun.
A glorious, impressive display of strength.
I can't tell if you're mocking me or just drunk.
Drunk.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then thank you.
You're welcome.
Still can't tell. Still can't tell.
I think we should go back inside and get some celebratory drinks. They are on the house after all, and I'll give Takashi a squeeze, assuming he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. A little sad. Well, he took a small cut of the earnings, so he's just like, he's all right. The house always wins, so
Of course it does. Yeah, I mean, anytime there's betting going on, he makes money. So
yeah. So he's happy with the attention you guys gave.
When you finally, have somebody who wants to see if they can top me, and I crack all my knuckles really yeah, knuckle crack. You maybe know where to find us? I don't know, talk to my manager, I guess. That's her. And I just point to Raine, who I'm guessing might be throwing up right now. I don't know.
Might be what?
Are you just throwing up in the corner right now?
I don't think it's that bad. Although she probably does take another drink when Melanie just said what she said. Like, not saying nothing, and just grabs a drink from him, passes her by, and drinks it. It's the only way she can stop herself from not saying what she's thinking.
I was honestly going to say it, but I thought Raine was going to, because Zaitari stopped herself. But as soon as she sees Raine stopping herself by taking a drink, she will look to Melanie and say, I think there's one person that can top you, Melanie.
Oh, is that so?
You hear somewhere in the distance, boom, boom, psh. Takashi's like,
Doesn't that person know it's really rude to play your drums tonight? You'd think they're Rowena's neighbors.
Too soon.
It hurts too much.
Oh, better than expected.
Yes, I think that went swimmingly.
Now I feel like I can go ahead and have a drink. I am going to buy you around, good sir. And I point to just the big dude that I just bested.
Here, here.
I'm assuming that I need to get like a bathtub of beer. Is that standard fare?
No. I will have, if you would indulge, if you would humor me. Let's see.
Hey, I still have some of this stuff, and I bring out the skull booze. There's only like half of it left.
Ooh, yes. Fantastic idea.
Actually,
And I slide over my souvenir cup to Raine to just put in a little bit.
The line will say, how about one more contest, just between you and me?
Oh, sure.
All right. Bartender.
Raine will pour Zaitari some.
2 coup de grace, please.
One for me.
The bartender's like,
One for everyone.
okay. Turns around, puts 4 shot glasses in front of you of some very murky looking liquid. Anybody who takes a shot needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was about to say, gosh, am I going to make a mistake by drinking this? If I see it put down in front of
Alright. Lion takes a drink. He's a little wobbly, but he's okay.
Here's Zaitari. Clink.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're not feeling great. You're not feeling great. Zaitari.
Sorry, my mom was talking to me. What?
Constitution saving throw if you take the shot.
I do. I will take the shot regardless of what Takashi tells me. I did ask him, is it a mistake to drink this?
I don't oh boy. And Takashi, as soon as Melanie and Alright, so you all fail. Constitution saving throw is 15.
So close!
So, the coup de grace, Takashi will explain, is at the end of the night, the bar top is wiped down with a rag, and the contents are wrung into a shot glass. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are not feeling great. Actually, your stomachs are, like, really, like, not agreeing with you right now.
I will, as delicately as possible, go find somewhere to go throw up.
Okay.
We're all good, at least, chaotic good people. We will hold each other's hair back,
Okay. You guys find a bucket in the alley. Takashi gets you a bucket in the alley.
Is this a fingernail in my teeth?
Probably, sis Takashi.
Oh, well, get that. It tastes like sweat.
Oh.
And he leads you guys outside, and he kind of murmurs to himself, I tried to warn you.
What was chunky? I don't want to know.
That is absolutely disgusting. I think I need one of those
shots we were doing earlier to get that taste out of my mouth?
No, I'm good. My mouth tastes like vomit
Water
and
is
pee and
water.
scone.
Water is offered to you if you guys want it. Just
I will
straight up
take
water.
some water.
All right.
I will absolutely take that water, and then I'm going to take out the alchemy jug and say, honey.
You got honey.
And then I'm going to take a spoon or something and eat some of it because I need to get this horrible taste out of my mouth. Why do you have a shot that's so disgusting?
I didn't. Takashi is just like, I'm not in charge of the bar.
Ugh. It's fine. It's just, I can't even.
Believe in yourself, Zaitari. You can even.
That's right, I can even, and I get 2 shots.
Oh!
Not of the coup de grace, holy shit, no.
Oh, okay.
The thing we were having before.
Okay, at the end of the line?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Gives you a couple shots of that. Unless you want to try
Thanks,
the ginger
Zaitari.
ale.
I say, Raine says thanks, Zaitari, and takes one of the shots.
That's fine. I'll clink glasses with her, pound it on the bar table and shoot it.
Okay. Roll another Constitution save.
What are you trying to do, Raine? Make me stop me from making bad decisions.
Nope, just going on the journey with you. Better than me!
Hiromu looks at Melanie. You might want to stop your friends at this point.
Oh, we're fine, Takashi. There's no need to stop our fun. We're just having some good old-fashioned girly fun.
Yeah, the bartender's gonna cut you two off at this point.
I go invisible.
Can I see like a look in her eye before she goes invisible?
Probably
You know
not.
that look that a drunk person gets when they're gonna do something real stupid, and you gotta stop them real fast? Can I roll like an insight check?
Sure. I'll give
to
you
try to
advantage because
see-
she's drunk. Oh, dear
Ew.
God.
Do I catch it in time?
Probably not.
Damn it. I would like to feel around and see if I can find her.
I don't imagine Raine's putting up. She hasn't really gone anywhere quickly. So,
Raine, what is your goal?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you feel something.
I am going to try to like wrangle them and like just put them in what I'm guessing is basically a drunk cart and just take them somewhere.
So this would be an acrobatics at disadvantage because you're pretty drunk. Melanie, you're rolling straight. You're rolling straight because you're not intoxicated.
Wow. I would like to point out that I rolled a goddamn 15.
I'm going to cast.
So she gets me, but even though invisible, Raine is very handsy.
Here,
I'm
Takahashi.
You guys see like it looks like, you know, when you hook your finger in your mouth and you tug on the side, like it looks like I'm doing that, but my hands aren't moving, and I just like my eyes and God damn it.
Yeah, I cast Dimension Door just to get 5 feet out of her grasp.
Takahashi's like to Melanie, do you want me to call you a hippo lift?
You're super drunk. How can you even cast a spell?
It's fine.
What
I'm
what is
fine.
the roll
If I
to
was
put up
running
with
this
your drunk
game, you would have
friends?
to roll something.
Is it a charisma save? Wisdom save?
Probably. It's a wisdom save. Logic is, yeah, you're fine.
Also, all it is a verbal component, so it's super easy to cast.
I want to go over there.
I did not know that.
Takashi, we're fine. And you're super hot, so you should just let me do this. Because I'm giving you a compliment.
I shall once more attempt to pick her ass up and remove her from this domicile. Not really domicile.
No,
It's
a
really
grapple is actually a strength
Why
check.
can't-
You can add
yeah,
another.
it's an acrobatics or athletics to slip away. It's a yeah.
That was
well,
actually
that's
lower.
worse.
Melanie, all I want to do is just black out and have fun tonight. Why are you trying to ruin it for me?
Oh, when you throw up, it might be on me. Literally on me. Not like it's my fault, but like
you could have
literally, you're gonna throw up on my
lift
face.
race. You weren't there for the last one, Melanie. It was great.
Takashi's
no,
like,
we're not doing that
do
again.
you want me to get one of the bouncers to help you?
You're just mad because you lost.
No, it's okay.
all
I'm
right.
just going to.
Listen, your bouncers can't touch me unless they're hot, and then they can touch me wherever they want.
Cool.
The lion's like looking over and he's like, "Do you need some help?"
You're a strapping young man.
Oh jeez.
I'll let you help me wherever you want.
The lion's like, "I'm sorry, miss. I'm not. I don't swing that way.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. Takashi, what about you? Do you swing my way?
Kashi's like, he's like, you are incredibly like, he has that look, like, he gives Melanie the look, it's like, this woman's incredibly drunk and you need to get her out of here for her own safety.
I'm trying. Yes. She's slippery. Pre-greased if anyone's interested.
This is one of the few. This is one of my skills that I have expertise in.
All right, I would like
to hold on. I want
get
to
out of Melanie's grip.
I'm gonna dig around in my bag. All right. And god damn it, I'm gonna find. I'm sure I've got a cookie in here.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I'm gonna be like,
Oh, I'm so hungry now. We should go find somewhere to go get something to eat. Is there any food here?
I heard of a place where you can get the best fruit and liquor mixed together.
No fruit. No. Bread.
Bread.
Sandwiches.
Oh, there's
Pasta.
a place that makes this weird concoction. Very it's a lizard dish where you take bread and then you put tomatoes on top of it. And you smush up those tomatoes first, and then you put cheese on top of that.
Yes,
and...
that's pizza.
Oh.
But we should go. That sounds absolutely lovely.
Is there like some sort of house where you can get like a waffle or something?
A home of waffles.
Or a place located across international lines where they serve these flat breads with syrup on top.
Ah, yes. The IFBWS? Yeah, sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Melanie, you should carry us, because you can. It'll be fun.
I agree.
I just pick up each of them in
Melanie's
one arm. Like, one arm for Zaitari, one arm for Raine, and I'm just like, yeah.
Are you sitting
This
there?
is amazing! We should do this all the time whenever we're traveling, Raine. We should just have Melanie carry us.
Raine is invisible, but only because she's forgotten that she is.
Oh my god. Are you throwing them over your shoulders? Are you having them sit on each shoulder, Melanie? Sorry.
You know that picture of like Arnold Schwarzenegger where he's just got like a chick on each arm?
Yeah, I do.
On the beach?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
that
just-
style. If they can hold
Yeah.
themselves up, yeah, you can do it that way.
Yeah.
They're pretty drunk. Just...
I'm assuming I'm getting at least like 2 hands in my eyeballs, just like
Yeah.
grabbing a hold of my face to try to like.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh god.
Yeah. Takashi's like, the hippo lift is outside. Where do you want it to take you?
Somewhere with bread, apparently. She wants a house that serves waffles. I don't know if she wants to buy the house or if she just wants the waffles from the house. I'm not
Build a
sure.
Waffle House
Somewhere-
10 stories high.
We just want food.
There's
Food. Food, please.
there's a shawarma place down the road. You can't miss it.
Marvelous.
Okay. Have a good night.
Yeah. you
Bye.
too. And I'll like reach out my hand and try to like brush his face with my fingers.
Yeah. He's just be like, bye.
I love it when they come to town. They're so much fun. Kill me.
Hakashi's like, I don't get paid enough for this. But they did. You guys did make him some money tonight, so he's not like too. But you guys are very drunk. Okay, so you guys go get shawarma, sober up a little bit. It's a lot of shawarma.
It tastes really good though.
It's
so
really good, yeah.
Zaitari's definitely gonna eat way too much.
And I would say eventually you guys find yourself at Warwater Estate after you've had your fill. Okay.
Before Raine would go to sleep, she would like to get some items from various kits that could be used to, like, dye things, colors, stuff like that. Go paint a few numbers on the goats.
Okay.
Numbers?
Oh no.
Just random numbers and
Okay.
stuff, or signs, symbols.
You're invisible when you're doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you are. You successfully paint a bunch of random numbers on a bunch of goats.
Like fake, alien signs and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like bullshit.
Yep. Yep. You successfully do that. So in the morning.
Oh no. Hold on.
Okay.
How late is it when we get back?
It's like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Are you gonna do a drunk sending?
Oh no.
No, absolutely not. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do an intelligence check with disadvantage to see if Zaitari would realize that now's a bad time to go knock on Tilda's door.
Oh boy. Oh god.
It's absolutely not.
Oh my
He is
god!
absolutely gonna.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna be loud about it. I'm just gonna go up to her door
Oh no.
where I think she might be sleeping and just go.
I'm imagining that right now Melanie is watching goat and Zaitari staggers in a way that she thinks is maybe supposed to be quiet down the hallway. And Melanie's just like, holy shit.
There is a very soft knock on your door, Tilda.
If she would hear it, I don't know how deeply.
It's 3 in the morning. I don't know how late you stay up.
See, here's the thing. Don't imagine Tilda. So earlier I had said that Tilda went inside the estate and poured herself a glass of red wine.
I see that.
I think she maybe would have had another glass or two.
Mm-hmm.
And then gone to sleep. I don't know how long that would have. Like, she would have been kind of nursing the glass, each glass. So she might have gone to bed late. And I mean, at 3 in the morning, that is definitely a. I feel like she might have like maybe not just gotten to bed, but finally given up on waiting for these guys maybe like an hour to an hour and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, how loud's the knock?
Not very. It's not like it's a really loud knocking. It's more just kind of like a tap, tap, tap. And then a soft Tilda. Are you awake?
Hmm? What? Zaitari? Are you lot finally back? Tilda kind of like sits up in bed. I presume at the Tilda, are you awake? Zaitari like opened the door and
Yep.
kind of peeked,
Yeah, she would have.
peeked her head in. Yeah. She sits up and kind of like rubs at an eye. What do you want?
I think I fucked up. I messed up. No, I messed up.
All right. Do you want to come in and talk about it?
I don't know.
Or could we possibly wait until the morning?
I don't know if when I'm sober I'll want to talk about it. I'll probably just not talk about it ever.
Not another one of these conversations.
Somewhere Ronnie is like happily sleeping amongst a bunch of baby goats.
Yeah. That
I'm
are being
sorry.
painted
Did I
upon
wake
by.
you up, Tilda?
Yes, of course you did.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to.
Well, you've done the damage, so come in.
Oh no, it's okay. I'll go talk to Melanie.
No, come in now. You have
I come in and I shut the door.
Sit on the bed.
I sit on the bed.
Now, what is it, darling?
If Raine wasn't drunk, she would have noticed, and I would have said something about it. But I think there was enough going on. Zaitari had put the ring on her ring finger, and was playing with it all night, and she's doing the same thing right now.
Which ring finger?
Her right hand.
Okay.
I
don't know if that- I don't
shiny
know.
shit.
I don't know if does the hand mean anything.
It's the left if you want it's a marriage thing.
Yeah.
Then it would be on her left hand.
Okay.
Ah, I see. Tilda's real tired. But she is very observant. So,
As is the feat name.
yep. What do you think, DM? Would Tilda notice it?
I
Do
think
need
you
to
would
roll?
notice it.
Okay.
I mean your passive perception is like a 20 something.
23. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Ronnie, roll
so,
that
like-
perception check too.
So, like, I'm mid, like, wiping the sleep out of my eyes, and I see the glimmer on her hand, and, like, immediately blink a couple times. What is that?
I think Teagan was going to propose to me.
You think he's like Tilda's hand kind of reaches out to almost like grab your hand and check the ring, but like she holds herself back. She's like, you think you're wearing it on your left finger, darling? And she points at her own wedding ring. That's sort of a special placement. for
I'm aware.
things.
I'm aware.
Did you ever get that divorce from?
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yes, he came by.
Oh. Um. I'm sorry, darling. My head's a little foggy. Do you mean yesterday, as in the day we arrived um, in Fort Granite here to help Belzor?
Oh,
Or
no, sorry. Back at the
yesterday,
keep.
as in. Okay.
When Master
Yes.
Bigprin came to visit with Deacon.
Oh, yes.
We had a
Right.
lot of
Oh,
visitors
I've still
that
got the
day,
giant keep.
including my now ex-husband and Teagan. And Teagan apparently overheard my conversation with Prim about me being married and wanting to not be married, and decided to take matters into his own hands, into finding my now ex-husband and convincing him to come to the keep and sign the papers without telling me.
Well, that's very sweet. I mean, he's trying to help.
I didn't really see it that way.
Well, if all he did was. I mean, how did he find this man before the royal spies, or was he working with them?
No, he wasn't working with them. He apparently just had his connections as heading up a faction of the treasure hunters in Vox.
That's true. That's true. Sorry. Um, well, I suppose that would mean he would have several connections and ability to find people who don't want to be found, apparently.
Yes, apparently he did.
Well, that's good. He
And
helped you then.
I suppose, but he did it behind my back and didn't ask me, "Oh, hey, I heard your conversation with your friend last night. You want to tell me about, being married and all that?" Uh, or anything where two healthy, normal people would talk about such things in a relationship.
That
So,
is true.
of course, we avoided the conversation, and he came to the keep, and I freaked out, and Melanie and Ronnie went to go talk to him, and then I went to go talk to him after I tried to calm down, and we went to the back room, and I
You can
told
stop
him,
the you can stop the story right there, darling. I don't need to hear the rest of. You
I
know.
told him I don't do relationships very well, and that I didn't want to be with him anymore. But he left this box behind, with this ring in it.
Oh, well, that was a different ending than I expected. Um, may I? I say it's kind of like indicating your hand.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Um, Tilda inspects the ring with her well-seasoned eye for jewelry.
Okay. What are you trying to like the material, the magic?
Make material, magic,
Not magical.
carrots.
He spent
Carrots
2 months worth of,
Yeah.
It's
The
it's
salary.
it's a regular band, but it's very intricately carved. So the red part's ruby, the
Okay.
black is so that's ruby. It's a platinum uh s- etching on the top of the ruby,
Mhm.
and
No diamond, though.
No diamond. So traditionally, not a, as far as you can tell, not a wedding ring. Just a
Or an
very
engagement ring.
or an engagement ring. Just a very high quality ring that you suspect the black metal is like a black titanium.
Oh, damn.
So it will withstand like a lot of force if it comes
Mhm.
into situations like that. But not a wedding ring, but very well made, very nice gift, if anything.
Well, I can't speak to Teagan's intentions with this. It doesn't look like a wedding ring, but then again, he may have thought that a traditional wedding ring wouldn't be something, or a traditional engagement ring. Again, sorry, darling. Would not be your style. Why are you so upset that? I mean, I understand him going behind your back and not talking to you about it. That is troublesome. But I mean, surely you could talk that out, you know. Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry about that. Type of thing.
He tried to stop me from saying it, but I did it anyways. Because I just wanted to push him away. Now I don't know. I really don't do relationships very well. It's
Well,
never been this
obvious.
serious before, so I don't really know what to do.
Well, I don't. Honestly, darling, I really wish I could help you. This is. I fear my advice will fall on drunk and therefore deaf ears. Any advice I might have for you will be forgotten within a few hours.
I don't think I'm at that point right now. I
Are you
ate and not.
certain?
Oh, yes, I was much worse about 2 hours ago.
Do you remember the time you tried to get me to send a message to Teagan?
I do, I was lying about it.
How interesting. Zaitari, go to sleep. We can talk about this in the morning. When you're less drunk. And, more sober. And I'm less tired.
I'm sorry, Tilda. I can honestly say I didn't realize how late it was.
It is dark
see-
outside.
I'll see you in the morning.
All right. And Tilda just kind of like leans back and kind of, you know how sometimes when you're sitting in bed and then you just lean back and like fall on your pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she does. And she's more or less asleep
Okay.
2 seconds after hitting the pillow.
Cool.
Just like, ugh.
Okay, cool. Ronnie, perception check disadvantage because you were asleep amongst the goats. Okay.
Oh, this is to notice the
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah.
Meh.
Okay.
Meh.
I wonder if Kay fell asleep.
Did you fall asleep? I'm gonna roll for her.
It is entirely within the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
Though I
she-
will ask, is Melanie outside?
I don't know. Where did Melanie go?
Melanie was just kind of like watching some of this unfold and was just like, God damn. That was that was her whole thought. Just like, damn.
That a good goddamn or a bad goddamn?
No, like you guys are fucked up.
Fucked up. Yeah.
And Zaitari is working through some shit.
Yeah, so Zaitari walks out of Tilda's room, and you can see like there's very subtle tear streaks on her cheeks. And does she see Melanie?
I mean,
Yeah, Mel's probably in the hallway.
I lost track of Raine.
Oh, hi, Melanie.
Sorry, Row 20's being a
Alec-
bitch right now. Continue.
How are you this fine evening?
Well, you know, won us a decent amount of money by having some weird looking belt, so that's nice.
Very
How are you?
true. Not good. I'm not good.
Is there anything that would help, or do you just want to, like, get the night over with?
Can we reverse past 36 hours?
Honestly, maybe. I don't know what Tilda's capable of at this point. Probably not, though. But
I don't understand why I'm this way.
you know, here's the thing that you might want to keep in mind is, you know, a lot of times things aren't perfect and you have to forgive people. And sometimes things aren't perfect and you have to be forgiven.
I don't know if Teagan would want me back after what I said.
He followed you into some pretty crazy things. And honestly, you're both kind of like unstable individuals. Like not trying to be a dick here, but honestly, you guys both really have relationship issues and trust issues. So, you know, I honestly don't think that he would be as I think that he might consider it, you know, because you're kind of good for each other.
Does this look like an engagement ring to you?
I think that it looks like a ring.
But why would he leave it behind? He slipped it into my pocket.
Because maybe he doesn't necessarily want to give up on you. He knows that you've been through recently. And there's not maybe he understands that you can't necessarily go through getting your voice back, seeing your ex-husband, divorcing your ex-husband, finding out your whatever the fuck Teagan is, boyfriend, fiance, I don't know.
I don't know either.
To try to blackmail your husband. You know, there's just a lot of things that you need to take in, and maybe he understood that.
I just don't want to understand why he didn't fight me.
Well, because he loves you. Why would you fight for that? Like, what do you mean?
yell, scream, get angry, tell me I'm stupid.
That doesn't
You know,
sound useful.
the usual things. But it's what I'm used to.
Well, maybe you're not very used to, like, healthy behavior.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Am I wrong?
Probably not.
Yes.
Why do you have to be so normal in your relationship with Raine?
I don't know.
Where is she, anyways? Is she?
Okay,
I look
so
around. Do
I
I
was
sense Raine?
I was sitting here because I was coming down the hallway and I saw, for just a moment, out of the corner of my eye, a jar of paint floating down the hallway before it disappeared. And I know she's doing something weird somewhere, and just let it happen at this point.
Maybe we should just go to bed and let her pay the consequences in the morning.
Well, I was trying to kind of keep an eye on both of you, and I've got half of that done now, so I suppose that's not the worst idea.
Oh, one day I'll be able to cast a spell where we can have our own mansion anywhere we want. Even here, inside of a mansion. It'll be a mansion inside of a mansion. But it'll be our mansion.
That sounds vaguely dangerous to put a mansion inside a mansion.
No, it's not physically. I mean, it's like a demi-plane.
Okay.
Basically, you open a door, just kind of float there, and you walk in, and there you are, inside of a mansion.
That sounds marvelous, darling.
You sound like Tillo.
Well, we are from the same area.
That's very true. I woke her up. I hope she's not mad at me in the morning.
Well, she's mad at everybody in the morning until she has a...
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I should go to bed.
I agree. I will, like, try to feed her some water and get her to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I take out my alchemy jug and try to drink it, and all that comes out is honey, and I'm like, I forgot it was honey.
Alright. So, everybody goes to bed. Zaitari and Raine wake up with hangovers.
Oh, the worst hangover.
Yeah. While you are suffering through your hangovers,
Not Raine, come out.
there's a shriek that comes from the yard.
And, like, Zaitari just wakes up and, like, curls up into a ball.
And then there's an angry female gnome voice yelling about goats.
Can you tell me where I am?
Yeah, I know where you are. You are...
Do you know where you are?
I see.
No one knows where I am. I turned the fucking ring off.
Oh my god.
You are currently draped over, like, the makeshift, so when you guys had first gotten to, the Warwire Estate, there was, like, a shrine to a god that you don't know if the god exists anymore, and the shrine has come into, like, ruin.
Yes.
You're draping over that shrine. But you're invisible, so the angry gnome woman doesn't see you, screaming about her goats.
How long does that ring of invisibility last?
It's just a toggle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Until you do something to break
it's
it.
just a toggle.
Damn.
That's why it's so strong.
Yeah, and yeah, so there is Anastasia is livid.
And you don't even have, like, wraiths chasing you when you're invisible.
That we know about.
Just demon goats.
Yeah.
Just demon goats.
She's like screaming about how long it's gonna take to get this paint off. Melanie, you probably hear this.
What do I need to roll to pretend that I don't?
You could stay inside the house.
Yeah. Just gonna pretend that I'm not involved.
I assume Ronnie's gonna help Anastasia, like, depaint
Just
the
shut
goat.
your eyes and, put a pillow over your head. Just pretend.
There's actually a small sense of relief because because Melanie's like, oh, she's just painting goats. Like, that's not that bad. And then just like moves on with her morning. Just like, yeah.
Like,
But you don't know.
eventually Raine will go back to Melanie, find her like, I finally got my revenge on those goats.
As
Long
you
story.
are as you are
Yeah.
walking to the house to go to like get some shut eye in a real bed, Raine. In Anastasia's anger, so there's a dilapidated shed on the estate. There's a dilapidated shed. She punches the shed so hard that one of the walls collapses.
So it's more like, I got my revenge on the goats. Hide me. I'm not invisible.
You're invisible, so she
my God,
doesn't
that's real-
see you, but you get the sense that if you were visible.
I'm going to the strong person who might hide me.
Melanie, are you invisible when you go to Melanie's room?
Yes.
Okay. Melanie? There's a lump.
Hide me.
You hear Raine say, hide me?
You're already hidden, dear.
What do you mean? Oh. No. God. Last night was, oh God. Did you get a chance to talk to Zaitari?
We had a chat. I don't know how much she. Actually, I think she heard pretty well. You had that drunk hearing where you're like in a weird place and you can like connect people soul to soul. I also think she's probably puking her guts out right now. But that's just a guess.
Look up on that weird fucking statue. Maybe the god is really blessed me. I feel pretty good. Oh, and I go find something to puke in.
There's probably a chamber pot. That's the closest thing you probably have.
Yep.
I roll my eyes, but hold back the hair.
Eventually, everybody gets up around 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I know she's not gonna listen to me. Tilda's not gonna give good advice. It had to be you. That absolutely was Raine's plan, by the way.
I'm glad that you have such faith in me.
Oh, you guys. Create your own
Zaitari
baby.
actually was gonna say before Tilda laid her head back down and then promptly fell like straight asleep. Thank you, and that you give a good advice, but you fell asleep too fast to hear it.
So you guys wake up. Some of you much later than others.
Tilda's one of the earlier.
Yeah, you're one of the
Right.
earlier
One
ones
of the
this time.
Few times that Tilda will be one of the.
When you look out the window, you see Anastasia in the yard, scrubbing paint off of a goat. There is a half-collapsed woodshed.
I imagine that there's colors on Raine's hand.
Probably, but you're invisible. Well, you're in bed.
I'm probably.
Tilda's gonna like look between the goats that have paint on them and the shed, and just be like, "What in the world did they get into last night? Why did Melanie knock down a shed?" then she would get ready, and actually, she would have, whatever. I know there are servants here. I believe it was a half-orc woman
Yep.
whose name I have forgotten.
Axe?
The cook?
No, it's
no,
not Axe,
Axe
the
is the
cook.
guard.
Hold on. I'll look for it. But yeah, she's still head of the household.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna ask her to make breakfast, for all of us and like, please make some hangover breakfasts for.
She totally. Oh, Nada. That's her name.
Okay.
She's like, okay. Yeah. She just makes some simple dry toast and
Scramble some eggs, put
Scramble
that on
some
top
eggs.
of the toast, soft things that will not upset a stomach.
Bananas, egg, watermelon, pickles, honey. I'm reading what's good for hangovers: crackers, nuts, spinach, avocado, oatmeal, chicken soup.
It's a
Just mix
whole
that all
goddamn feast,
Yeah,
guys.
pretty much.
Yeah, just make it into one big smoothie.
Ew. Coconut water. They have coconut water. Gives
Yeah, Zaitari would actually probably wake up
green tea
not
also
too
helps.
late.
Okay.
She'd probably be up around like 11.
Okay.
So, just like with a horrible headache. Awful
Oranges,
headache.
asparagus, blueberries.
No oranges, because those are gonna be the citric acid won't be
Yeah.
good when you're throwing it back up. If you're throwing it back up,
Ginger.
Yes.
All right. Ginger
Um,
tea. Ginger lemon tea.
And yeah, and she will Tilda will eat her own breakfast and wait for everyone to come down.
Which they eventually do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's not
Zaitari
dealing
will
with
come down.
hangover.
Ronnie walks in with a
Throw
baby goat that survived the paint apocalypse.
Aww.
Raine comes down, her eyes narrow. Fucker. Not really.
I'll
Baby
eat.
goat looks at you. Meh. Like as if it knew what you did.
Zaitari will just drink ginger tea.
If there was a newspaper, Tilda would be reading it, and like as you guys all file in,
Yeah.
like, good morning.
I'm sorry, Tilda.
Meh.
Did I wake you up last night?
Yes, you did.
I thought so.
Well, that generally happens when you go into someone's room while it's still dark out and, try to talk to them.
You said you had advice for me when I wasn't drunk anymore. I have the hangover, but I don't think I'm drunk anymore.
Well, why don't you tell me the whole story first? Because I feel like there were things you left out. There were points that weren't connecting. Plus, I would like to hear it when I am no longer tired, exhausted.
You listened to the episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, she'll just recount to you what basically went down.
Because the one thing you left out of your retelling earlier is that, like, Teagan stalked your ex-husband and, demanded that he, like...
Yeah. But you were also like, no, don't tell me the whole story. So I'm like, okay.
I was asking you not to tell me the part where you went in the back, because Tilda would have assumed you guys went in the back and had sex.
Ah,
Like, that was where Tilda was like, wait, no,
No.
don't.
No.
I don't need to know. And, didn't know how loose your tongue was going to be while you were drunk. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, Tilda listens. And then when you reach the end of your story, she says, honestly, darling, that's I know I said earlier or last night or this morning, as it might have been, that he wanted to help and that was sweet. This seems a bit excessive. I mean, we do work in a world where these sorts of things do happen, where sometimes lines need to be crossed for the greater good. Sometimes people make mistakes.
I don't think my marital status is the greater good, though.
Sometimes people make mistakes.
Yeah. We
We
both made mistakes, to be fair.
You are Zaitari, darling, I believe you are better at relationships than you think you are, than you give yourself credit for.
Oh, really? Please do go on. I'm always one for flattery.
You were the first one to get. You were the first one in this group to actually reach out to me. You shared something that you'd lost your voice, had it stolen. That allowed me to open up. You were the first one to seem to even care that I had feelings. You are always there to listen to a problem any of us are having. You are insightful. You can get down to the root of a problem. I think perhaps you do not have faith in yourself. And that is why you believe you are no good at relationships. However, if you look around, your relationships with this party, this group, you have built strong ones. I'm not going to tell you whether you should get back together with Teagan or whatever. That is your decision. You have to understand where the line is drawn for you. If you believe you could forgive Teagan and trust him again, and you would have to trust him with your secrets. You know, intimate relationships, I don't believe, work without trust. That's why I was able to let Theo flirt with whomever at court. I always knew he was mine. And there were quite a lot of women who wanted. But As I said, I always knew he was mine. And it was a necessary evil to keep our families unaware. To keep the entire court unaware of the relationship we'd begun. You need to be able to trust your partner. And if you think you could trust Teagan again, that is up to you. And I believe you will know what to do, if so. But truly, my biggest piece of advice is don't go into any relationship with one foot out the door. That's how you make... That's how you end up taking several months to finally make a connection with anyone in a group. I joined this party with one foot ready to go back home whenever my father might decide he was ready to give up being stubborn. I didn't want to know people. I mean, I wanted to be accepted, but I don't know. I suppose I'm rambling.
It's alright, Tilda. I know what you're trying to say. Thank you. It's a lot to think about, but it's good advice. And I do think you give good advice. There's a reason why they come to you usually with these kinds of things. Raine provides a bit of a voice of reason, but you're more practical about it than she is.
I don't think it's happening in front of the group. I imagine that Zaitari came down, she said, a little earlier than the rest of you, so...
Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Too bad. It was good advice.
Thank you. Also, fuck you!
Hey, Raine's feelings are not necessarily mine.
Maybe, for all I know, Raine came down and she's still invisible.
I think she's sobered up enough.
She just sat down.
We never saw Raine again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, going back to the scene, sorry. Tilda kind of smirks a little bit and is like, I think that... I mean, don't let Raine hear you say that I'm being practical. She'll laugh until she turns blue.
I don't know about that.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you for listening. I think all of what you said is probably right, but I think I'm just shitty with men.
Relationships with your partner aren't that much different than relationships with your friends, in my experience.
True, they are.
Good ones, anyway.
And Ronnie is a man, but I don't know. He's a turtle. I can't really picture.
You can't really picture what?
I said I can't really picture it.
Tilda kind of shakes her head. Theodric is, above all, my best friend. If you can say the same for Teagan, even now, don't think about the past, think about now. Would you consider him your best friend?
I don't know. I think there's too many secrets. But maybe if we started talking more, that could happen.
Tilda doesn't say, like, she just kind of like, nods her head, makes that noise.
Do you know that the Black Wheel has this shot called the coup de grace? And they make it by wiping down... They wipe down the counters at the end of the night, and then they wring the towels out, and that's what they make the shots with?
I think I vaguely recollect that from my time. I mean, it's been quite a bit, but that was where Raine would work on her potions.
I don't recommend drinking one.
And I do remember seeing the bartender do such a thing. No, I would not ever drink such a thing. Who would?
Zaitari just looks down in shame.
Raine just tramples into the breakfast nook as this happens. Oh god, that was foul.
Ah. Good morning, Raine.
Morning. Kind of like goes to wipe her face with her hands and kind of looks at her hand like, oh god, there's just paint and shit all over. Kind of look around, then sit down and hide my hand under the table.
Perhaps we should get Ronnie to create some water so that you can wash all that stuff off of your hands.
Could you just prestidigitate it?
I could, but would you learn the lesson?
Good point. I was about to say so could I, but...
I see how this is going.
I heard that shriek and that crack in the morning.
Yes, what did you do to the shed?
I didn't do anything. Oh, wait, I did see that. I didn't do anything to the shed.
Oh, no.
Okay,
I point to the muscles that I don't have.
Right. What did Melanie do to the shed, then?
Oh, that wasn't...
Do any of you remember?
I think that was, a goat herder. Did that in the morning.
Oh.
Exactly, so prestidigitate.
All right, give me your hands.
Hands are up.
I prestidigitate her hands.
Thank you. I mean, this is just going to be a problem. We can just let this smooth over. We can get out of here. Clean. We'll be fine.
A kid wanders into the dining room. Meh.
I drink a potion. Oh, wait, did I sell them? Damn it, I sold them. God damn it. Wait, let me double check. No, I have it. Potion of animal friendship. Drink it.
Okay.
Jesus, you've got two, apparently.
Meh.
I'll give you some extra. What do you like? I'll get you some extra food. I'll slip you some from. I kind of point to different things on the table. Like, okay, I grab some of the fruit that I give it to him. I
I'm
know.
gonna see if he takes it.
Ronnie's just over there, like in the corner, making himself a little breakfast sandwich, watching all of this in silence.
Hey,
Hey, you're back.
welcome back.
I fell asleep.
It's
We've
not gonna
okay.
lie.
I understand. We're gonna end soon.
Before we end, I just also as part of the prestidigitate, I can make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or
Yeah.
surface for 1 hour. I would like to make a goat's eye appear in the palm of Raine's hands.
So there's a circular eye with a rectangle pupil.
Yeah.
And you know why it works? Because it wouldn't work on my body, but I have the invisible fucking gloves on.
Ronnie,
I keep bribing the goat.
Ronnie, your goat. So, Ronnie, can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll Okay, so this is retroactive. Can you roll a perception check at disadvantage? This is when you were sleeping in the in the goat barn.
Amongst the goats.
Amongst the goats, they lulled you to sleep with their gentle hooves on your shell. I disadvantage.
I have disadvantage selected.
Oh,
Well,
14.
it would have been 14. Yeah.
okay. You saw some. You woke up very briefly during the middle of the night and saw some paint on the goats, but you thought you were dreaming and you fell back asleep. And in the morning, Anastasia became enraged when somebody painted symbols on her goats and she punched the shed wall down. Not the barn you were in, but a dilapidated shed that was on the premises. She's spending most of the morning cleaning paint off of goats that Raine painted.
I would have just given her space
Okay.
and gone inside to eat.
Okay, of course. One of
Where
the
there's,
goats followed you in. It's this tiny one that Raine's trying to bribe.
That's
There's
okay.
a-
If the goat will let me, I will pick it up.
He will.
I will put him on my lap.
Alright, it is William. He's still in pajamas. He
I'll
survived
put
the
William
paint.
on my-
He survived the paint apocalypse.
I will put William on my lap.
Billy! His name is Billy!
Fine, Billy. Meh.
Yeah. Says his name is William. I'm sure it's Billy or Buddy or Mac or Buddy.
Meh. Happily munching on the fruit that was given.
I knew that
I'm
would
not
come in
gonna
handy
I'm not gonna
someday.
feed him, but I'm gonna
Fair.
hold him on my lap while I eat.
Okay. I think we can end there. There is a message that comes from the temple. It's delivered to the premises telling you that they are ready to they have something happened during the ritual. They found one relic, but they can't find the other. They'll explain more when they speak with you. They found the Pelor one. They did
Okay.
not find Sahinines.
Well, that's the one that matters.
The second thing is, if you're still up for that fight, they're ready. Apparently, Belzor actually came out on top this time when he fought Lin.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, Lin was also, her throat had been slit just a few hours before. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Very true.
But yeah, but they're up to fight if you guys still want to go.
Think I'm gonna give him a pass this time.
And yeah, whenever you're ready to come to the temple, they're waiting for you.
Cool shit.
But anyways,
Yeah.
we can do that next week. It's almost 12:15 here. I think everybody said they were okay for the 27th.
I'm good for next week.